Runaway stagecoach right behind me. Clear the street. Runaway stagecoach. Coming this way. Runaway stagecoach. Clear the street. Runaway stagecoach. Runaway.
And bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Runaway stagecoach! Run to cover! Stagecoach, run away! Run to cover! Get over!
Everybody all right?
Yeah. That was completely magnificent.
Well, howdy, Wyatt. You didn't let us down.
Bill Cody.
Yeah?
Well, I be. Hey, what's the idea?
Idea? You suspect me of something, Wyatt?
Well, now, you don't expect me to believe that this was a real runaway, do you? You had these in your hand all the time.
Well, Wyatt, I was trying to stop them. Oh, I did my best, but they're mighty spirited animals.
Now, you listen to me. Even though you're a good friend of mine, and even though everybody loves Buffalo Bill, you got no right to endanger the lives of...
Well, Marshal, we meet again. Are you, Wyatt?
Mr. Buntline. Well, Mr. Ned Buntline. So you're in on this, too, huh?
Yeah, I'll explain about it later. Come on down, Prince. Come down here and meet the finest marshal in the entire West. Thank you. Your Highness, may I present my very good friend, Marshal Wyatt Earp of Dodge City, Kansas.
I'm honored, Marshal.
How do you do?
Marshal, you have just shaken hands with His Highness Prince Karl Otto Maximilian Francis Wilhelm of Schleswig-Holstein. That's in Germany.
Oh.
Thank you, Marshal, for saving my life. Ich bin sehr dankbar.
Well, I'm happy to know you, Prince, but as far as saving your life is concerned,
Oh, the Marshal is a very shy man. Shy and modest at all times. Marshal, the United States government will also be most grateful to you. Yes, because the Prince is traveling all through the West as a guest of the United States government, with Mr. Cody and myself as personal guides.
well, I'm beginning to understand now, Mr. Buntline.
I knew you would, Mr. Earp.
Marshal, I have heard that your town of Dodge City is most unbewohnbar. How should I say?
Wild, I think.
Vile. And that you are always busy shooting bad men.
Well, it's not quite as bad as that, Prince, especially since I have the Buntline special. Oh, that's a gun that Mr. Buntline gave me.
Oh, now you see how modest he is. Now, Wyatt, what do you say we get His Highness fixed up with a hotel room, and then you and Mr. Buntline and myself can spend a little time talking together while the Prince rests up for one of Dodge City's wild and woolly Saturday nights, huh?
Good. I'd like to talk to you, too. About several things.
Well, here we go, Your Highness.
There we go. What I should really do is charge you both with disturbing the peace, endangering the life and limb of citizens, to say nothing of what...
Now, Marshal, you know that neither Bill nor I would do anything to injure innocent people.
I had control of them horses every foot of the way, Wyatt.
Yeah, and didn't we send a rider well ahead to warn everybody off the street?
Of course, we didn't figure on you being so handy, though. That was a real bonus, Wyatt, you stopping that runaway like you did. Of course, it wasn't a real runaway, but then you didn't know that.
And that's another charge. Endangering the life of a peace officer unnecessarily. I could have busted my neck.
Oh, I'd just hated to see that, Wyatt. Oh, that would have been terrible. Of course, we would have sent you flowers, wouldn't we, Ned?
Of course.
All right, you clowns. I'm not going to throw you in jail this time, but help me. The next time you try anything else like that while you're here, I'm not only going to throw you in jail, but I'm going to throw the key away.
Well, Marshal, that's what we want to talk to you about. You see, with your help, we want to stage a fake gunfight.
Absolutely not.
No. We brought blank cartridges. Nobody can get hurt, particularly if you're there to
No.
Now, look, Wyatt, we promised that prince a look at some real Western wickedness.
Look, I don't care what you promised him. It's hard enough to keep peace here without inventing that kind of excitement. No, sir. If the prince needs excitement that bad, you're just going to have to take him someplace else. I'm sorry, gentlemen.
Ned is about to have an idea, I can tell.
Marshal, I have the solution, but we will need your help.
Now, look, my job here is to...
You have no objection if we stage our little drama outside the city limits, have you?
Well, it depends.
Yeah. Now, just listen to this. Tomorrow, I'll suggest to the prince that he and I take a ride on our stage to Deadwood. Now, about an hour out of town, 2 masked desperados stop us. They rob us of our money. They wave their guns right under our noses. And then at the right time, you and Bill come to the rescue. The desperados try to get away, but after a thrilling chase, you capture them. You retrieve our money, you throw the culprits into jail. Now, how does that sound?
Oh, that sounds real good. That sounds real good. There's nothing wrong with that as far as I can see.
There's just one problem. Where are you going to get the hold-up men?
Well, you got 4 or 5 deputies. You pick 2 of them, and we'll pay them well for their acting.
Now, look, Mr. Buntline, I'm grateful to you for this fine gun you gave me last year. And for knowing you, but... Well...
Oh, come
Now,
on now,
Marshal,
Wyatt. You've got to be a good
if
sport about this.
absolutely nobody can get hurt.
Of course
And
not.
all we got to do is get the time and
That's
the place.
right, and the
and you...
For you, nothing. A bullet for you. You get no help. Cody, a pair of 5s. And for me, Shana Dami. A pair of 5s is high.
Yeah, I thought poker was an American game.
Well, you see, His Highness and I have spent a good deal of time together.
I'll bet 20, Prince. I don't believe that you've got that other queen.
Well, that's costing you to find out, Herr Cody. So I'll see you, and I'll bump you 20.
Well, can't quit now. I'll see you. Oh,
Dad, drink for all my friends, please. And this is for you, Fräulein. You bring me luck. Kaffee was Schönes.
all right, somebody. Deal.
Oh, now, don't be a bad sport.
Oh, let's play the game if we're going to play.
Let's go. That's a mighty valuable piece of merchandise sitting in that chair over there.
I know what you're thinking, and it's too risky.
Well, it doesn't need to be. Do you realize how much ransom money the government would pay if we hadn't...
Oh, no. We'd have every United States Marshal in the country after us, and probably the Army, too. He's never alone anyway. Cody and that other fella never let him out of their sight. Yeah, and what about Earp? He hadn't left him all night.
Well, the marshal's generally on duty till 4 o'clock in the morning. Then he sleeps till noon. That gives us 8 hours we don't have to worry about him. Now, the other 2, they're not going to cause us much trouble.
I'll go along with you if we just lift that poke he's carrying. But no kidnapping. Yeah, and that goes for me, too. You know, between him and the others, there should be quite a bit of cash.
Well, maybe you boys are right. But just the same, one of us is going to keep an eye on him from now on.
3 deuces.
Yeah.
I have completely good luck, eh, Marshal?
You're a good player, Your Highness. You must have had a fine teacher.
Oh, yeah, and I'll bet Buntline gets a cut of his winnings, too, huh?
I beg your pardon. Yeah.
He's still winning. I wish him luck.
He's better than Sitting Bull.
Very funny.
Hey,
Come on, let's play. Let's play.
You ever play with him?
Well, there they go.
Oh, Hal, you give them a half an hour and then start, huh? If you take the hill trail, you'll be at the road fork about the same time they will.
What? How do I look?
Very dangerous.
Sure, just the two of them got on that stagecoach?
That's right. Neither one of them had a gun that I could see.
There it is.
Of course, Your Majesty, it isn't as bad now as it used to be, you know. But I tell you, there was a time when hardly a day passed without a robbery. And all of them, oh yes, all of them right around here in this area. Oh, that's the truth. Well, for instance, now, here. Oh! Yes, Your Highness, on this very road, I'll venture to say that more than $1 million has changed hands.
Fantastic.
The blood of many a good man and a bad one is mingled in this dust.
All right, boys, get ready.
Wait a minute.
Highwayman!
I knew I should have brought my gun.
What do we do now?
We don't do anything. These are very desperate men. Just be calm and act natural if you can.
One false move, you get it between the eyes.
You keep him covered, Jesse. I'll get the loot.
You call it Jesse, huh?
Here, put your money in there.
Come on, do as they say. Don't hesitate. Here.
Looks like somebody had the same idea we did.
Yeah, there's only two of them.
Maybe we just better forget the whole thing.
Nah, let's stick around and see the fun.
Don't try and follow us, you'll be in trouble.
Look, Jesse, someone's coming.
Marshal Wyatt Earp, Buffalo Bill Cody.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah!
Marshal Earp! Marshal Earp! Marshal Earp! Marshal Earp! They go that way.
Takes care of that.
Now, just wait a minute.
No point trying to rob him now. Their money's gone.
I'm going to do what I wanted to do in the first place. Are you two with me?
Now, hold on, Kegel.
Come on, if you're with me. If not, turn around and ride back.
You think we convinced him?
I think so.
Sure we did. You hear what he said? They go that way.
Hey, you better give us your guns. You're our prisoners now, remember.
Yeah. Hey, you're right. Hey,
He's gone, Wyatt.
You think this is another one of Buntline's tricks?
I don't think so, Wyatt. That prince is pretty valuable property. Still, Ned might have ridden off with him just to worry us.
Hold this. Come here. 3 horses came in from that direction.
Five horses rode off that way.
Is this another one of your schemes, Bill? Did you and Buntline hire somebody to fake a kidnapping or something? If you did, I'm warning you.
So help me, Wyatt. I didn't know anything about this.
All right, well, let's trail them. Give them back their guns. You may need them. Come on, let's go. All right, get them off the horses.
Oh, it's a very convincing performance, young man. Who thought of this? The marshal?
Oh, sure. Get in there.
Wait, you can't treat Mr. Buntline. No joke.
Oh, Hey, this is no joke.
Who said it was? Get in there.
Go if you harm that boy. Don't you touch him. I hold you responsible for that boy. Go.
Get him in there. I'll put the horses away, boys.
It's impossible to tell whether they came through here or not. You ever been here before?
No, sir. Well, this isn't the right trail, I can tell you that. It dead ends in about 50 feet.
All right. Let's try it around the other way.
Let me hear the note now. What'd you say?
Well, here it is. The prince is alive and unharmed. If you want him to stay that way, it will cost you $50,000 in gold. How's that?
So far, it sounds fine. Now we got to figure out where they leave the money and how we get it without being caught.
Well, that's very simple. All you got to do is exchange a note telling where to find the prince for the gold. Now, let me see. How are we going to do that?
What about that other one?
It was a mistake bringing him along in the first place.
It wasn't a mistake. Maybe he can carry the note for us.
Yeah, maybe.
Somebody's on the trail.
Did they see you?
No.
Well, let's nail them before they get close. Why don't you take the side of the shack? Come with me, Mac.
You all right? Yeah. Looks like we came the right way. Hal, Sam! It's not bad. You lie here. Come on.
Wait. You stay here. I think I can beat this.
I missed mine. Did you get yours?
I don't think so. We got him respectful, though.
All right, Marshal. You can still see the prince is alive. And if you want to keep him like that, come in with your hands up. All of you.
Can't get a good shot at him. Where are the other two, do you know?
I don't know. I'll try to draw the fire. Neither of them can shoot for sour apples. You try to keep me covered.
Wait a minute, Phil. All right. For the last time, I'm telling you, come in with your hands up.
rascals have killed my friend Wyatt Earp, and you're going to pay for that.
There he is! Get him! Without Earp, we ain't got no problem.
Marshal,
Stay back. Untie him.
Now, Bill, now!
You all right, Mr. Buntline?
Sure, Wyatt. Wyatt, we thought you were shot. We heard Cody say they killed you.
Buffalo Bill's a pretty good showman, thanks to you. It was a trick, and it worked. But I'm finished with tricks, and you know the kind I mean.
Yeah, I sure do, Wyatt. I sure do.
Thank you, Marshal. Ich bin sehr, sehr dankbar.
That's all right, Prince. Now, come on, let's get out of here. There's some wounded men outside. Come on, get up.
Thanks, Bill.
Let's go.
Oh, gosh, my foot's asleep.
You know. As a Crown Prince of Schleswig-Holstein, I hereby decorate you with the highest award for bravery my country can bestow, the Royal Order of 21.
Well, thank you, Your Highness. I'm glad we were able to help.
Marshal, words fail me.
Well, Mr. Buntline, not for long, I am sure.
No, the world will hear of this in my next novel, The Further Adventures of Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt, you're all right. I'm going to miss you.
Well, thanks, Bill. You're all right yourself. You come back again, but next time, no tricks.
Oh, absolutely not.
Well, we're off to Wichita, if Your Highness pleases.
I do. Goodbye, Marshal.
Goodbye, Your Highness.
Off to Wichita.
Yeah. You remember Wichita.
Oh, I'll never forget it.
Yeah, well, now you keep your decoration polished,
I'll do
Wyatt.
that. You drive carefully now, huh? Well, boys, what do you think about the West? You think it's wild enough?
Yeah, I think so, Wyatt.
So do I. And I'll tell you something. If I ever agree to another scheme like we got involved in yesterday, you got my permission to put me in my own jail and throw the keys away. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
So long, Wyatt! Hey! Come on, boys! Thanks for everything!
You know, Wyatt, I can't wait to read about your latest experiences in Ned Buntline's magazine.
Neither can I. You can bet your bottom dollar it won't be anything like what really happened. No, sir, it'll be a real thriller.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous. courageous and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Though the war ended in 1865, there were sections of the land where passions were still flaming in 74. And Wyatt Earp, as Marshal of Ellsworth, Kansas, finds himself embroiled with cowmen of strong, strong views about that war.
Oh, Marshal Earp! Marshal Earp!
Here, wait a minute.
You stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
This is done to her. Hold it! I'll shoot the next man that moves. You're all under arrest. The law says you gotta check your guns, and you all know that. Mike, take the guns and start into jail.
All right, everybody put their guns on the table here.
Move. Move!
Oh, I'm much obliged to you, Mr. Earp. 5 minutes more and they wouldn't have left me anything.
They'll have to pay for it, Mrs. Danaher.
You go on and help Mike take him to jail.
Yes, let's go.
A sherry, Mr. Larson. I know you don't drink, Marshal, but a bit of wine would calm my Irish temper.
What started all the trouble, man?
They're still fighting the war between the states. All those cowhands were Southern men. They wanted me to move General Lee from my parlor in here.
General Lee?
Oh, a picture of him.
They called her a traitor.
You better clean up.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't understand it, Mr. Earp. My dear departed husband was a Confederate veteran. He died last year, God rest him. Len wanted to forget the war. So do I.
Well, ma'am, folks aren't all that sensible.
But these men that drive the cattle up from the south, they still carry the stars and bars. Why is that?
Well, some of our Yankee politicians weren't good winners. They rubbed it in everywhere they knew how. Give a cowhand a pint of whiskey and, well, he starts remembering his grievances.
But am I the one to pay on that account, Mr. Earp?
No, ma'am. I'll collect the damages for you. Mr. Lyson?
Yes, sir?
How much do you think it'll cost to put this place back into order?
Oh, 2,000 or 3,000.
3,000, huh?
Oh, don't be asking a Swede. 1,500 is the Irish of it.
Mrs. Danaher, this is business.
1,500, Mr. Earp.
I'll see that you get it. I'll have a talk with Judge Miller.
Lord love you, Mr. Earp.
Good day, ma'am.
All right, men, stand up. Judge Miller.
Take your hats off.
You men are charged with drunkenness and malicious destruction of property. I suppose that's your idea of fun, wrecking a poor widow's only inheritance.
Now, just a minute, Judge. We got something to say here about this.
Order in the court. Marshal Earp, what's your recommendation here?
Well, I think between them they ought to be fined $1,500. Stay in jail until they pay it.
Oh, sure. That's Yankee justice.
Order. The court finds you $1,500 pro rata. You'll be held in jail until payment. Deputy Teague, remove the prisoners.
All right, man, this way. Come on.
Marshal Earp. This is Marsh Murdoch, a newspaper man from Wichita. We've been friends for a long time.
Oh, Mr. Murdoch.
Glad to know you, Mr. Earp. I came here on business.
Mighty important business for you, Wyatt. It's such an opportunity that I can't stand in your way. I'll see you later, Marsh. And I hope he turns you down.
I hope not, Ed. Miller seems to think you're going to be the best marshal in the West.
Well, Ed's my friend.
Your friend, but also a newspaper man. We learned to size up men pretty well. I'll come to the point. How would you like to be marshal of Wichita?
Wichita? That's a mighty big job.
Too big?
Well, I don't know. Wichita ranks with Dodge City for size and trouble.
It'll be worse when the railhead moves in. Laying all my cards on the table.
How'd you happen to hear about me?
You're better known than your modesty allows you to think. But what really brought me here on the run was a chance remark in Ed's last letter.
Oh?
He said you know how to handle southern cowhands.
Well, I have had to make quite a study of them, but Mr. Murdoch, I always think better when I'm walking. Would you mind getting a little sun?
Not at all. Good idea. You know, getting along with Southerners is our big problem, Mr. Earp. Bill Hickok let some Texas men run it over him last week and had to quit. And with Sheriff Smith retired, we have to start all over.
Well, I heard that Hickok's a mite too quick on the trigger.
Wild Bill didn't have the intelligence to reason with cowhands. He shot him.
Well, they take a lot of patience. I can't say I'm any too well liked by him.
No northern peace officer is going to be liked. The best he can do is convince the Johnny Rebs that he means to be just and fair.
Well, that and understanding their pride.
Pride?
Yeah, it seems to me that's the key to it. Just about all the war left him was their pride.
Well, that's true.
You've heard folks speak of it as a foolish pride, but, well, I've never held for that. See, I got two brothers that fought for the North. They tell me the Southerners have every right to be proud. They fought real well.
They sure did.
When I took this job here, I made up my mind I'd never shoot a cowhand if there was any other way out of it.
You mean there are other ways?
Well, I hit him with my fists a little, or buffalo him over the head with my gun barrel. It's a lot more effective than shooting him.
You take an awful risk, though.
Well, you buffalo a cowhand, and all he has is a headache. But if you shoot him, a lot of fellas can say to themselves it wasn't a fair fight, and then they lay for you.
Well, you're right. What happens if the cowhands decide to stay in jail? Who's going to pay for that work?
Well, then we'll all chip in. But I think they'll pay for it.
What makes you so sure?
Well, a cowhand hates to spend much time in jail. It hurts their pride.
But what happens if they can't raise the $1,500?
Well, then their bosses will pay for it. Hurts their pride, too.
Pride? I never thought of the cowhand problem in just that way. You're the man for the job in Wichita. We can pay you $250 a month. Nominally, you'll serve under the new Sheriff Todd. But you'll be in charge of law enforcement. Well, what do you say?
Well, that Masterson will want to come with me, but he's going to have to go to school. Ed Miller isn't too happy about my leaving.
No, but he realizes with the railhead moving on to Wichita, this town will change from a cowhand whoop-de-doo to a normal community.
Well,
You Wyatt Earp?
That's right.
Where's Judge Miller?
Who are you?
Rams is the name. Kirby Rams. You got some of my men in jail. We want to talk to you and the judge in private.
All right. First, you ride over to the jail and check your guns with my deputy.
I think not, sir. How's that for Yankee impudence?
There's nothing Yankee or impudent about it, Mr. Ramsey. It's a city ordinance.
Of all things, aren't you Captain Ramser?
Madam?
You wouldn't be remembering me? I'm Mary Donaher, Len's wife.
Oh, yes. Running this tavern, I believe.
I was, Captain. But a bunch of pesky cowhands just about put me out of business this morning.
Heard about that. Turned Yankee lover, didn't you?
Why, Captain, you and my husband were great friends. You were his captain. Well, you know I wouldn't... It's very welcome you are. You and your friend. I'd like down and...
Oh, thank you. Good day, madam.
Hold it. I meant what I said about the guns.
All right. Fine, Judge Miller. We haven't any time to waste.
I'll be apologizing for the captain, Mr. Earp. He never used to be like that.
It's the captain that should apologize to you, man. Well, I gotta go find Ed Miller, see what this is all about. Excuse me.
There's a limit to our patience, Miller. This town is lived off, us Southerners. Lived well. And in return, you all hired this fellow Air Pierce Marshal. And you did it knowing that he hates all Southern men.
Quite to the contrary. Wyatt Earp is...
I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to tell you.
Oh?
We want those cowhands released. And no nonsense about $1,500 fine. The Danaher woman got just what she deserved for turning Yankee.
That's a stupid lie.
What did you say?
I called you a stupid liar. Now, Wyatt.
You made us check our guns. Now understand why.
Gentlemen. Don't call him a gentleman. He's a liar and a fool.
Why, you...
I'll tell the judge what you really want.
We want you fired. We'll give you just 6 hours to get out of town. You want to hear the rest of it?
I do not.
Well, you'll hear it anyway. If Air Pierre hasn't left Ellsworth by 5 o'clock this afternoon, we'll run him out. And if we have to do that, we'll burn this town to the ground. All of it.
You cross our city limits and there'll be a fight.
Get rid of Air by 5 o'clock this afternoon.
The Civil War all over again. Oh, maybe not, Ed. Ramser wasn't bluffing. No. But how many gunfighters can he raise? You know anything about the captain? He's a hot-headed professional Southerner. He owns a big cattle spread in North Texas. He can hire plenty of gunfighters in the camps. Well, shall I let him run me out of town? This is serious, Wyatt. We'll need to arm at least 100 men. Get the women and children to safety.
Hold on, Ed. You may be overestimating the captain. Now, there must be another way to handle him. Is that the picture that caused all the trouble?
General Lee, God rest him.
Was he really better than President Grant?
Well, if he'd have had the same number of men and equal equipment, he'd elect us.
Why, Mr. Earp, you admit it.
It's just my personal opinion, ma'am. I'm not a military expert. But going way down to the line to Captain Ramser, what do you know about him, Mrs. Danaher?
Well, you can tell us, Mrs. Danaher.
Ramser's given me until 5 o'clock to leave town. If I don't, he says he's going to run me out and burn Ellsworth.
Joking you are.
Nope.
And it's all true. And a plague on that man. Him that was me own Len's captain and a great gentleman. He loves the South. It's more hate than love, Mr. Earp.
You think he's a fanatic?
Daft. Poor, wicked man. A great worshipper of General Lee. Yet he doesn't know the General was always praying that the North and South would live together like brothers, to forgive each other for what's past. I'll bet that Ramser doesn't even know the date of General Lee's birthday, or even his middle name.
Let's see. Robert Edward Lee, born January 19th, 1807. Have I got it right?
Go devil and come St. Patrick. You certainly have. Is there anything you don't know, Mr. Earp?
Well, Lee just happens to be one of my heroes. But I don't know much about Ramser. You think he was bluffing?
Was he cold sober when he threatened you?
Hmm.
Then he'll be after trying it, Mr. Earp. And don't take him lightly.
Well, what kind of a following could he have?
A few friends and a lot of money.
There's hundreds of Southern men in the cattle camps right now.
Yeah. Mr. Masterson, I got a job for you.
Yes, sir?
I want you to take your horse and scout the camps. See if you can pick up a line on Ramser in a couple of hours.
Oh, but Mr. Earp, if they catch him spying, he might get hurt.
Don't worry, they won't catch me. Mr. Earp's learning me to be a marshal.
Teaching me. When we get you into school, they'll pound the difference into you. Now, there are two things I want to know quick. Is Ramser coming at 5 o'clock, and with how many men?
Yes, sir, I'll find out.
Mr. Earp, a strong sense of justice has bedeviled us Irish from the start. Why should you, who've refused to gun so many cowhands, be put among their enemy?
Well, it is kind of mixed up, isn't it?
Oh, it truly is. You being the kind of man you are, Ramser can't chase you out of town. And yet if you stay, there'll be a bloody battle. And that none of your making.
Well, maybe Ramser will change his mind.
Would you approve of my driving out to the camps? I'd have no influence on Ramser, but I do know a lot of cowhands.
Ma'am, it's good of you to offer, but no.
You'll hide behind no woman's skirt.
Well, I'm not wounded and down to my last cartridge yet.
Too bad. It was a silly whim of mine. Think nothing of it. I'll go count my liquor bottles.
Number 8, that's birdshot.
That's right. What's the idea, Wyatt? We ought to use buckshot or slugs.
Well, I haven't heard from Bat. Ramser was coming in for us. We'd have heard talk in the nearest camp.
So?
Well, either he's not coming at all, or he'll make some fanatical Johnny Reb move with just a few men.
Well, you haven't been wrong yet.
Of course, we could always meet Ramser with a posse, Ed.
I heard about that posse ride to Bushwhacker, Ed.
This time I could be right.
Yes, you could. But if Ramser's coming with a small army, we haven't got enough to fight. If he's only going to come with a few men, then we can discourage him with some birdshot.
I still say Ramser needs a double dose of buckshot.
What do you think, Mr. Murdoch?
I'm afraid I must agree with Mr. Earp. Killing Ramser might bring the whole Southern Army down on you.
Thank you. Oh, just one more thing, you all Yankees. Be careful not to hit the horses. I never did meet a horse yet that cared a whinny about the Mason-Dixon line.
I found this tacked onto the crossroads sign down at the corners.
Miller, tell Earp I'm giving him until 6 a.m. tomorrow to leave town. Kirby Ramser.
Just a bragging faker.
He talked too much for a real Johnny Reb. The real one's just come a-shooting.
I don't know. Might have taken him longer than he figured to get his crowd together. Well, Bat should have been back here by now. I don't like it.
You think Ramser might come in this morning?
Well, Bat can tell us that. If they haven't caught him.
Almost 5 hours of waiting. Afraid something happened to that boy.
What's going to happen at sunup? Hope he can handle these cowhands.
Well, we've armed about 50 men.
Earp can't ask you to risk a whole town for him.
He won't run. If he did that, it'd be no use to you in Wichita.
Or anywhere else as a law officer. I like Earp. Hate to see him lose his big chance in Wichita. Lose his reputation or his life. And through no fault of his own.
Why must you hurt so? Bat's a smart, handy lad. He'll take care of himself.
Mrs. Donaher, I sent him out there.
They say a woman's lot is hard. But a woman can weep and be no smaller for it. A woman can have fear and run, and it's expected of her. But you men, must you be held by courage till it's the death of you?
I'm going to go out and...
Oh, God, no, heavens, no.
Mr. Earp.
Mr. Masters.
You all right? A couple of Ramser's men caught me spying on him. I found out what you wanted to know, sir. Ramser's coming at sunup. He's hired all the top guns. We'll have to fight him with every man we can get.
I'll get my medicines.
He's coming with Manning Clements, John Wesley Hardin, Curly Bill, Ringo, and the Clairvoyants.
All right, just rest yourself. Don't talk anymore. Put your feet up. Ed, I want you to call off the fight.
You're leaving town?
Ramser wants me. It's my fight, not yours.
I know Clements and Hardin and the rest of them.
Are you planning to let them shoot you down?
No. Tomorrow's going to be General Lee's birthday. We're going to make it his birthday.
We are?
You think they'll respect that?
I don't know, but it's my only chance. Give me a break, Ed. Call off the fight and keep everybody out of it.
All right, Wyatt. Come along, Marsh. We'll pass the word.
Well, good luck to General Lee. And you.
Thank you.
have some arnica and a towel and...
He's asleep. Go get me some hot water. Morning, Captain.
What is this?
You can read. It's the General's birthday.
I know that. But why would a blue-bellied Yank town in Kansas remember it?
Well, the General belongs to all of us, sir.
This is a trick. You're trying to hide behind General Lee. Talk us out of what we came here for.
No, Mr. Ramser, I decided to make my fight here. And I thought that about 6 of you might like to pay your last respects to him.
What's holding us up?
Quiet back there. It's the General's birthday.
Whose birthday?
Lee, Robert E. Lee. You men will show your respect. And you'll show your respect.
Well, I'm always willing to do that, Captain. But I don't think the General would want my regard for him to put me at a disadvantage.
Your regard is an insult, sir.
Well, I didn't choose his birthday to bring in a bunch of hired killers to gun one man and wreck a defenseless town.
I thought Master Robert was born in October.
What's that all about?
They ain't sure this is his birthday, Captain.
The idiots. They think I don't know the date. They'll respect his memory. In review, forward! Ho!
I'll move away from the General's picture. Now it's a fair fight, the way he'd want it.
Commencing to learn something about Wyatt Earp?
I think so. The Wichita job is yours, Wyatt, and on your terms.
Thank you, Mr. Murdoch. I can accept it now with a clear conscience. I don't think you'll have any more trouble, Ed. But if you want me to, I'll stay.
No, Wichita's too big an opportunity for you, Wyatt. I think you should accept it. $1,500 from Ramser to Mrs. Danaher.
Well, thank you. I'll take it on over to her. I'll see you both later.
Right.
Is that straight now?
Good and straight, just like him.
Mr. Earp, sir.
Yes, Mr. Masters.
How long do I have to stay in that school?
Till you learn the date of General Lee's birthday?
Well, I already know that. January...
19th, 1807.
That's it. Those ignorant Johnny Rebs.
Mr. Masterson, don't ever call them ignorant. No, they knew the main fact, that they loved General Lee. They were wise men.
God bless them all. You know we're going to miss you around here, Mr. Earp.
Thank you.
Won't you change your mind about Wichita and let me go with you?
Nope.
Why not?
Look, you want to be a marshal someday?
Sure.
Well, then you're going to have to go to school in Topeka. And the first date I want you to learn and always remember is General Lee's birthday.
January 19th, 1807.
That's right. Remembering dates comes in mighty handy sometimes.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
When Wyatt Earp was Marshal of Wichita, Kansas in 1875, one of the serious problems with which he had to deal was the runaway boy from the East. Hundreds of such youngsters, incited by lurid dime novels about cowboys, Indians, and outlaws, left their homes in eastern towns and cities for the wild, exciting life of the western frontier. If today's comic books have a bad effect on many juvenile readers, they are mild compared to the bloody sensationalism of paperback thrillers, which lured the youth of earlier times to seek adventure in the brawling violence of Cattle Trail and Cowtown.
My turn. Hold it! Take it up there! All right, hold it. Hold it. Get no better than this. Get the gun! Come on. Come out of there! Back. Come on. Back up there. Back up. Get there. Come on. Come here. Get there.
Well, you little punk. Were you using real bullets?
I got me several of that Lazy H outfit.
Oh, you did, huh? Well, they all seem to be standing up.
You the sheriff, mister?
No, I'm the marshal. Who are you?
My name's Tim Jones, and I'm with the Bar W's. You know, we had our loading orders first, and then those Lazy H's tried to jump our claim.
You took a shot at me.
Oh, I didn't see your star. I thought you were Lazy H. I don't shoot at the law.
Oh, now that's real considerative.
Start back in the con, Mike.
Was he shooting?
Yeah, without a license. This one's sober. We'll take him back to town with the rest of them.
Does a cowhand get a fair trial in this town, or do they lynch him?
Your size, we spank.
Anybody get hurt?
No. They're too drunk to get hurt, most of them. I wish people would keep their kids at home. I got another desperate Desmond on my hands.
Runaway boy, huh?
Yeah. It's a wonder he didn't pink somebody or hurt himself.
This the kids? This is the worst yet.
They're coming west by the hundreds. We've had at least a couple of dozen in the last few months. Can't you get something in Eastern papers about it?
I've tried, Wyatt. I think it's just normal kid behavior. In fact, they're rather proud.
Proud? Proud of what?
Young America, the spirit of the pioneers. You know the line.
Well, I've got something to show you. Sam! Sam, bring that young Tim Jones in, will you? Now, the spirit of the pioneers is fine. But I've yet to see a runaway kid with a hoe. They all want to be gunfighters. That's those dime novels they read.
Ned Buntline is Daredevil of the Plains.
Yeah, written by men that have never been west of Albany. I wish I could see what it does to some of their readers. Well, take a good look at it, Mr. Murdoch. Young America.
Hey, you the judge?
No, it's Mr. Murdoch. He happens to be the editor of the Wichita Eagle.
Hey, I don't want my name or my picture in the paper.
Now, don't worry, you're not that important. Now, go sit down. Where do your folks live?
Haven't any folks.
Who's your relative?
No relatives. Just write it down that I'm a cowpuncher working for the Bar W outfit.
The Bar W outfit doesn't hire kids. You jumped off a freight train. I don't want any more fresh talk from you. Now, we've got to send you home. Where is that?
None of your business.
Don't get sassy with Mr. Earp, kid.
Okay. I'm a homeless juvenile vagrant. I'm an orphan without any means of support.
Well, that's too bad. We'll have to put him out for adoption.
Yeah. Mr. Bodine at the dairy would like to have another orphan.
40 cows to milk twice a day. Only 3 kids to do it. Think you're tough enough for that?
Well, I want to be a cowhand. You know, ride the range, punch cows.
Well, you can milk cows at the dairy.
No, if my father were here, he'd... You just turn me loose.
And you do have a father, huh?
No, I don't.
Bend over the desk.
What?
You heard me. I said bend over the desk.
Oh, wait, I'll tell you!
All right.
My father's Timothy Jones Sr. He lives at the Fifth Avenue Hotel in New York City.
New York, huh? You've come a long way. I'll send a wire for you, Wat.
Thanks.
Here in a few hours.
My father will fix you for using corporal punishment on me. No one's allowed to do that. You're just a big country Jake sheriff.
And you're a spoiled brat. I guess you might as well start learning.
Learning what?
To be a cowhand, that's what you came west for, isn't it?
Yeah. Where do we go now?
We're going to a little cowhand school. I run it just for boys like you. Now, the first thing a cowhand has to learn is how to ride a horse.
I already know.
Oh, you do, huh?
Sure.
Come here. It's on this side.
Turn him loose.
All right, Mr. Jones.
Hurry. Hurry. Hang it, Bill.
You all right?
Yeah. I'll show him.
No, I think you had enough.
I want to try him again.
All right. But this time, keep your heels out of his flank. Stayed on him a lot time longer, Cayenne. You want to try him again?
No, that horse doesn't like me.
Well, we'll forget about riding for the time being. Callahan's got to learn how to rope.
That's a lasso. Give it here. I'll show you how to bust a steer.
Oh?
First, you tie one end of the rope around your waist. Then, you open the loop at the end like this.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's good. Now, you stay right here, and I'll go get a steer and let him out of the chute. You can rope.
How big a steer?
Oh, just about your size.
Those aren't steers. Those are calves. Little dogies.
Well, you just go ahead and try and rope.
I'll show you.
Mr. Jones, you're aiming at the wrong end. Come here. You go up and climb up on that fence over there and drop the loop over their head.
That's not the proper way to do it.
Well, it's the proper way for a cowhand on foot. Now, you go climb up. Go on.
Okay.
all set?
Yeah.
I'll shoot one by for you.
Come on, Dougie.
Go on.
Ow, it burns my hands.
Untie the rope. Whoa, boy. Now, let's see. First, you tie the rope around your waist.
Well, I thought that was the way you
Now,
did.
look, you can't rope and you can't ride. What can you do?
I'm tired and I'm hungry.
Well, a good cowhand can always eat. But you're a little dirty. Gotta get you scrubbed up first.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
This water's too cold. I'll catch pneumonia.
It's good for you.
No! It's too cold. Oh!
Now, you know what that is?
It's a farm tool of some kind.
Well, in Kansas, we call it a hoe. This is what you do with it. Now, you try it.
Not me. That's hard labor.
No work, no eat.
But it has nothing to do with being a cowhand. They don't chop down weeds with hoes.
Yes, they do. They clean the corrals with pitchforks, too. They squat on dirty cows and burn their hide with a branding iron. Hard labor. Well, you ought to see what they look like after a week of riding in the brush and alkali dust on a roundup. They stink, Mr. Jones. I got no more time to waste on you. You go buy your lunch from the jailer.
Hi, Marshal.
Hi, Sam.
Message came a while ago from Mr. Murdoch.
Uh-huh.
That New York business.
Oh, read it to me, will you?
No Timothy Jones registered at Fifth Avenue Hotel.
Thanks.
Mr. Jones, come on in here.
Now, we may be country jakes, but at least we try and tell the truth. They've even taken the word of an outlaw killer like Ben Thompson, and he kept it, but I can't take yours. There's nobody registered by the name of Timothy Jones at the Fifth Avenue Hotel. They've never heard of him.
All right, go ahead.
No.
I'd rather be spanked than listen to you call me a liar and no good brat.
All right, then. What's your father's real name?
I'm not going to tell you.
Why not?
You telegraph him, and then you send detectives after me. I'm not going home. I hate it there.
All right, you hate your home. I still have to know where you live.
Look, I obeyed you. I took a bath. I tried to stay on that horse. I got dragged by a dogie and I hoed weeds. It's more than I did for anybody else. Now I'm through with you.
Mr. Jones, sit down. You happen to be a runaway boy, and the law says it's my job to get you home. Do you understand that?
Can't do that if I won't tell you where I live.
All right. You take this note over to the clerk at the Texas house. Here's the key to my room. Get yourself a bite to eat, and you stay at the hotel. Tim, when I get off work, we'll have a long talk.
When'll that be?
8 or 9, maybe later. I'm trusting you to stay there.
I'll run away.
No, you won't.
How do you figure that?
Most kids want to be good. You can't be any different from the rest of them. I'm sure you want to be a cowhand. You want to follow Ned Buntline's Wild Westers. But why run away from home to do it? Got plenty of time for that when you grow up. Why make such a secret out of where you live? Your father can't be that bad.
I'll see you at the hotel, Mr.
You sure you saw the kid go in here?
Yeah, he ate by himself, and then he went in.
Good evening. Railroad detectives. Hannibal and St. Joseph.
What can I do for you?
You got a lad about 14 years old staying here?
He's
It's a nice-looking boy. He's about that tall. Brown hair, blue eyes.
Oh, yes, Timothy Jones. He's in care of Marshal Earp.
Timothy Jones. Where can we find him?
You better talk to Marshal Earp. He's usually here by now.
Thank you. We'll be back.
That you, Mr. Earp?
No, it's Mr. Davis, the clerk.
Oh.
2 railroad detectives were just here. They asked about you.
What'd you tell them?
I told them they should talk to Mr. Earp. But he asked me to make sure you stayed in the hotel.
Thank you, sir. I'll stay right here. Turn me loose! Mr. Earp will fix you.
The cow-tongue sheriff better keep his nose out of this.
Mister! Help me!
Hold it! Let him go.
You keep out of this.
We're railroad detectives.
They're kidnapping me.
Well, I don't care who you are. You're under arrest.
Yeah?
Hold it!
Kill them both, Mr. Earp.
You get back to the hotel and stay there. Go on.
Yes, sir.
All right, go pick up your friend. Go on. You'll be sorry for this. That's Big Tim Callahan's son.
And who is Callahan? The president of the Hannibal St. Joe Railroad. You're in trouble, you stupid jayhawk.
Yeah? Start him over to Doc Fabrique's office. Hey, where's Callahan from?
Chicago. He headed here in his private car. Or did you refuse to let his men wire him?
No, they wired him.
Look, this is serious, my friend.
Look, I happen to think I'm right.
Morally, yes, but you rousted that kid of his around, buffaloed one of his men, and shot the other one. Lord knows what Callahan will accuse you of.
Hey, that reminds me.
What?
I promised to have a talk with this kid.
Now, wait. I think you and I should have a talk with Judge Jewett and Mayor Hope. This is more important.
Well, I happen to think that the boy is a lot more important than the old man. The boy's the one that's got the real trouble. You hate everybody, don't you? First you take a shot at me, and then you want those detectives killed, now your father. What has your dad done to you that you're so willing to turn into a little tramp?
Everybody's against me. The old man most of all. So I'm against them.
Why do you think your father's against you?
You don't even know me. He's never home. He believes my stepmother. Everything she says is right.
Your stepmother's against you, huh?
She hates me. Every time my dad hires a teacher I get along with, she waits until Dad's on a trip and then she fires him.
Does your dad travel a good deal?
Most of the time. Then the servants keep me locked up in that big old house.
Well, that's not enough reason to go around hating people, Timmy.
It's not, I thought I wanted to be your friend once, but you're just like all the rest.
It's a RW outfit. You stay away from that window.
Drive on. Those hoodlums won't shoot at Tim Callahan.
I don't care about you, mister. My team is worth $300.
I'll pay for the team. Go back to the barn.
Well, that's fine with me.
Look out, Dad! My arm hurts. Guess it's broken.
When are you guys going to learn to work together, you fools? Put on your guns. Come on.
I'll take care of this. You and the boys hustle those men in. Go on. Let me see that arm, Timmy.
Who are you?
Now try and stand up. That's it. Just take it easy. What's it? Let me see. Now we better go see Doc Fabrique.
I'm Tim Callahan. This is my boy.
You almost ran him down. What are you trying to do, run those horses into gunfire?
Mind your own business.
Don't get sassy with Mr. Earp, Dan.
Wyatt Earp, I thought so. You're the Cowtown
Don't move
genius.
that arm any more than you have to. And just keep your right hand on it. Doc's office is just up the street.
Don't you ignore me. I haven't started in on you
Stop
yet.
jabbering. I'm going to start in on you. Now pick up the boy's hat and let's go. Come on, Timmy. Take it easy.
I'm the boy's father. You understand? I'm his father.
So I arrive in Wichita, and what do I find? Excuse me. A gun battle waging on the main street, and my son Timmy right in the middle of it. Two of my detectives in jail. One of them seriously wounded by Wyatt Earp. And when I offer a mild protest, Mr. Earp threatens me. Is this the way you run things in your town?
Your detectives resisted arrest, Mr. Callahan, and your son refused to give his right name and address.
My time is valuable, and I'm not going to waste it arguing in a small-time court like this.
Oh, you're not?
I demand that Earp be dismissed immediately.
Your wishes are not law in Wichita.
All right. Then I charge Earp with cruel and inhuman treatment of my son, if you haven't any law against that. And then I'll bring suit against the city for civil damages. I'm going to sue you for $50,000.
Now, hold on. Cruel and inhuman treatment of a child is punishable under our criminal code.
Well, well. I'm astonished.
This court is not interested in your personal reaction. Have you any testimony to present against Marshal Earp?
I most certainly have. Mr. Becker and Mr. Dean tell me that Earp forced my son to ride a dangerous horse, that he tied him to a steer and allowed the steer to drag him around, and then forced him to hoe weeds in the jail yard for hours. These are the facts, Your Honor.
That's all wrong, Judge. It's not the way it happened. It's all a pack of lies.
Now, son, you keep out of this.
Order. Step over here, young man.
Yes, sir.
Well, surely you're not going to listen to a mere child, an irresponsible lad who doesn't...
Sit down, Mr. Callahan.
Move over.
Sit down here, son. Now, Timmy, suppose you tell the court whether you've been treated cruelly or inhumanly by Marshal Earp.
No, sir, I wasn't.
Did he force you to ride a dangerous horse?
No, it was all part of the cowhand school.
Cowhand school?
Mr. Earp runs it for spoiled kids who leave home and think they'd like to be cowhands.
Oh, I see.
Well, the horse and the little calf, they were all part of the lesson. Hoeing weeds was part of it, too. But the best part is, after Mr. Earp gives you the acid test, he treats you like a man. He trusts you. He doesn't let servants lock you up or put detectives on your trail.
Then you have no complaint of the way you've been treated since you've been here?
No, sir. Can I stay here with Mr. Earp? Please, Judge. Couldn't Mr. Earp adopt me or something?
Timmy, you don't mean that.
Yes, I do. Mr. Earp doesn't hate me. I lied to him and acted fresh. But he doesn't hate me. That's all I want, just not to be hated.
Timmy, I don't hate you. I love you. Why would you say such a thing as that? All I've ever wanted to do is to protect you and keep you from harm. Mr. Earp, I don't know how to say this, but I hope you forgive me. I didn't mean what I said. Sometimes a man just doesn't quite understand.
With the court's permission, I think that Mr. Callahan, Timmy, and I can work this out together.
Very well. Court's adjourned.
I think this horse likes me now. That's the secret, huh, Mr. Earp?
Oh, the secret is that you like the horse.
I sure do. As soon as my arm gets well, I'm gonna learn how to ride him just like Mr. Earp does. I think it's time Dad learned how to rope little dogies. Don't you, Marshal Earp?
That's right.
All right, Timmy. Just how do you go about roping one of them dogies?
Well, it's simple. First, you tie the rope around your waist.
This one?
Yes. Tie the rope around him, Mr. Earp.
Well,
okay.
Now, I'll let a little dogie out, and you sit on the fence, Dad, and then you drop the loop around the dogie's neck. Okay?
all right.
I'll let the little dogie out.
Right up here, huh?
That's right. Right up there.
Well, it seems very simple to me.
Oh, it is. It's very simple.
I'll get him the first time out. Turn that doggy loose.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Wyatt Earp's greatest distinction as Marshal of Wichita, Kansas, was based on the fact that in 100 showdowns with armed lawbreakers, he preferred to disable an opponent rather than shoot to kill. But George Peshour, a renegade of such villainy that he was expelled from the Thompson gang of outlaws, managed to anger Wyatt into a killing temper. On the western frontier of 1875, Marshal Earp was considered reckless and foolishly quixotic to spare outlaws' lives at the risk of his own. And in the case of George Peshour,
All right, men. Check in your guns quick. When Earp shows up, nobody knows nothing about this hoorah. I'm in town on business. But Rawhide and Deacon Earp, that's my pleasure.
I beg your pardon. Are you by any chance Mr. George Peshour?
That's right. You must be that English fella.
Oh, you can tell?
Don't worry about it, son. Time you spent a couple of months on that spread you figured on buying, you look like a cowman same as anybody else.
I shall try to be, Mr. Peshour.
What do you say? Let's go in and get a drink.
Thank you. I'd like...
Well, if it isn't our Miss Prim.
Sorry. We haven't one vacant room.
Oh? Is your bar filled up, too? Come along, mister. I don't believe I remember your name from the letter.
Evatt. Rodney Evatt. I don't like the name Miss Prim. Do you mind if I call you Miss Primrose?
The guest is always right.
Nobody ever gets anywhere with her, son. She's a mama's girl. Proper and prim.
Well, I've been here 2 days, and this is the first time she's spoken. I thought customs were a little bit more breezy out here in Western America.
Well, you didn't speak to me.
Well, that's true, but I thought the lady was supposed to speak first.
Hello, Mr. Peshour.
Hello, Deacon. Son, this is Deacon Wyatt Earp, the big law and order man in this town.
Marshal Earp, I've heard a lot about you.
Who did that shooting just now?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't, huh? You're a liar. You still want to say you don't know anything about it?
Look, Earp, you run it over me and Chad Pierce once in Ellsworth. Don't try it here. Now, you didn't see this shooting. Try and find a witness that'll say they saw me.
You're still a liar.
Now, gentlemen. Aren't those fighting words here in Western America? Come on, son. We got business to talk over. He's wearing guns. I'm not.
I'll say that I saw him.
Did you, Miss Cole?
No. But if it'll help you put him in jail, well, I'm morally certain that he and his crowd did it.
So am I. But you stay out of this. Mr. Bishar is a real nasty man. Is that, Englishman a friend of his?
I don't know. Mr. Evett checked him yesterday.
Well, they couldn't be friends. Mr. Evett looks like a newcomer to me.
Yes, he is.
Well, I guess he's over 21. Say hello to your mother for me.
Mr. Earp.
Look, there's nothing I can do, Miss Cole.
But you know that man's going to cheat Mr. Evett in some way. Why, isn't Peshar the one that Ben Thompson refused to ride with anymore?
Yeah?
Then Mr. Evett's in real danger.
Well, he's liable to be bilked out of some money, yeah.
Well, can't you warn him or tell him that...
Look, the British are as stubborn a group as we have. A lot of them have bought ranches in Texas and Arizona territory. If they've been cheated, they kept their mouths shut and worked their own way out of it. Don't you worry about him. He'll be all right. You just help your mother take care of this hotel.
Now, these two sections have year-round grass. The little stony creek runs right through the middle of the place.
Well, it sounds ideal for cattle.
She'll carry 5,000 head, easy.
Well, where do I buy the cattle?
From the same place you buy the ranch. George, Peshawar and Company.
Good. Oh, that simplifies matters. I'd like to see the place. Could we ride down that day?
Well, not today, son. It's 150 miles.
100? Well, that would be a bit of a gallop, eh?
I say, young chappie, you must be a blinking Britisher.
Why, yes, I am.
Fancy that. And how's your fuddy-duddy old queen?
You take that back and apologize to my friend.
I'm apologizing to no one. Kings, queens, or even you.
No. No, he's mine.
Nor you.
Stop it!
I'll fix you.
No! Mr. Earp!
You killed him.
I had to. He'd have got you.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Thank you, man, for saving one's life is a...
No, forget it, son.
I won't forget it, Mr. Peshawar. I won't forget it. This man tried to shoot me. My friend here shot him first. Is that the way it happened?
Mr. Evett and the cowhand were fist fighting. Then Mr. Evett knocked him down and he drew a gun from the rack. Mr. Peshawar shot first.
With what?
With this?
You're under arrest.
For saving my friend Evett?
No, for not checking this. But Marshal, it's obvious that... There'll be an inquest. You can tell your story then. You men pick him up and carry him to Dr. Fabric's office. He doesn't need a doctor. He's dead. Dr. Fabric is also our coroner. Come on, we'll take a walk over to the jail. That Marshal out of his mind. Mr. Peshawar saved my life, and now he's being arrested. It doesn't make sense.
Well, you're the one who's addled.
Addled? Oh?
Peshawar's a killer. Why, he didn't care about saving you. He saw a chance to kill a man, and he took it.
I beg to differ with you. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go bail for Mr. Peshar.
Wait. Just answer one question, please.
Of course.
Is Peshar trying to sell you something?
A ranch and some cattle? You American woman. It's amazing.
Cora. Yes, Mother.
Lock the door. Lock the door. Oh, this is dreadful. Right in our own lobby. Oh, we never should have bought this hotel. And you, poor child, had to see it. I don't see how you managed not to faint.
Now, Mother, you know I never...
What's to become of it? And of this hotel?
Just business as usual, Mother.
Oh, Cora, how can you be so calm? A shooting right in our lobby.
But it's going to be a lot worse.
What?
I just finished talking to Jed, and he said that...
Jed?
One of our bartenders, Mother.
Oh, yes, Jed. He's one of our bartenders.
Yes. He said that Mr. Everett is going to buy a ranch and a lot of cattle for 10,000 pounds. Why, Mother, that's almost $50,000.
Oh, well, that boy has an extremely rich family in England if he wants to buy a ranch.
But, Mother, he's dealing with George Peshar.
Oh. Oh. Is he the man who shot the other man?
Yes.
Oh, but the ranch deal, Cora, that's simply a business transaction. What on earth's worrying you?
Jed says the ranch isn't any good, and that most of the cattle were stolen.
Oh, dear.
We can't let Peshar cheat Mr. Everett.
What can we do about it?
Mother, I want you to go to Mr. Earp. Ask him to investigate this.
Me? Oh, Cora.
But he'll listen to you. And then we can get Jed to tell him about Peshar's ranch and the cattle.
Oh, no. No, that's quite impossible. It wouldn't do at all.
Well, why not?
Well, it just wouldn't, that's all. Mr. Peshar might think we were interfering and... Well, it just isn't a matter that a lady can discuss.
All right. I'm not a lady.
Cora! Oh, I didn't bring it.
Here's the bail money for my friend. I don't know much about your American law, Mr. Earp, but I have the distinct impression that it follows most of the English statutes. Or am I in error?
No, Mr. Abbott, you're not in error. We derive from English law.
Then any offense less than murder is bailable.
True. But killing a man in a gunfight is murder, technically.
I say now, Mr. Earp, that's not quite cricket. You heard Miss Cora admit, Mr. Abbott.
Your friend's going to stay in jail until a coroner's jury exonerates him.
Then it's obvious there's bad blood between you and Mr. Peshar.
Look, he's a killer, a cheat, and a rustler. Or I could use more profane terms if you'd like.
I suppose you have proof of what you say.
Yeah, I caught him cheating at poker once.
Now, that's only your word.
Do you doubt my word?
Mr. Peshar defended me at the risk of his own life. I think I should defend him. Seems to me I'm obliged, you know. Yes, I think you're a liar.
Marshal Earp, what happened?
We had a bit of a row.
Why did you pick on him? Peshar's the one that ought to have his head knocked off.
It was a beautiful right punch. Maybe I should have called you out with revolvers.
Are you good with them?
Not too bad. I shot for England at the Bisley matches. Miss Primrose. I am sorry. I vaguely remember the scent of perfume, but I thought I was in the land of dreams.
You still are if you plan to deal with George Peshar.
Oh? You agree with Mr. Earp?
Yes. If you'd only listen, you'd understand
I'm
why...
sorry. I'm being stubborn, I know. It's a bad habit with us British. We're loyal to our friends.
Well, I tried, Miss Cohen.
But Jed says the ranch is no good, that the cattle were rustled.
Mr. Everett should demand proof in writing. Why are you so concerned?
Well, it's nothing personal. It's just that he's a guest at the hotel, and, well, we always look after our guests.
Now, well, take my advice and forget it.
You mean just stand by and watch a visitor being cheated out of $50,000?
Miss Cora, if he goes through with the deal and finds out that he's being swindled, he can always swear out a warrant against Peshaw and sue him. Besides, there are an awful lot of Englishmen. Why don't you find yourself a smart one?
Why, Mr. Earp, you don't think I'm interested in Mr. Everett?
Yes, I do. Now, look, I told you back at the hotel to stay away and not make trouble with Peshaw. Young England is going to stick with him to the last ditch. He'll break your heart.
Good day, Mr. Earp.
We sure made a monkey out of Earp. Justifiable homicide. Even old Doc Verbeek gave him what for.
I waits for the coroner's time.
Hey, I've been waiting to ask you. Where'd you get that bruise on your jaw?
Oh, a bit of a shandy-gow.
Earp. He done it?
Well, it's all over now. I suggest we forget about it.
No, we won't forget it. Hey, Deacon. Big John Law. Punching my young friend Everett.
You want to make that your business?
I want this young man to know that you're not a fair sample of an American. When you're not wearing your guns, you're as yellow as a buzzard's beak.
I'll take them off.
Now, leave them on. And when you and I meet, I'll be wearing mine.
You do that. Is Mr. Earp afraid of you?
You saw the way he acted, didn't you?
Didn't seem afraid to me. Looked like he was trying to hold his temper.
Just bluff, son, bluff. When I'm wearing my guns, the man that's not afraid of me is a fool or an idiot. Now, come on. Let's go wet our whistle. Talk about that cattle spread. Well, Miss Prim.
I'll be with you in a moment, Mr. Peshaw.
No hurry at all, young man.
I'd like a word with you, if I may, Miss Gill.
Why, certainly. Is something wrong with our service?
No, but there is something wrong with me.
Oh?
It's really quite important. Could we go into your parlor?
Well, just for a moment. Mother's busy in the dining room, and I have to watch the desk.
Just for a moment. I'm afraid I'm a stubborn coot.
Quite.
But you and Mr. Earp wouldn't have warned me against a man unless you had what seems to you a good reason.
No, we wouldn't.
Well, what is the reason?
Thought you had a tight hobble on that Britisher.
What do you mean?
Just straight into the parlor with Cora Gill.
He'll be running back in here for a drink to warm him up after he's talked to her for 5 minutes.
And Mr. Earp says that you should ask for proof of everything in writing. I haven't any proof.
You must think me quite a simpleton. I had no intention of buying from Mr. Peshaw sight unseen.
Well, I'm certainly glad to hear that.
You see, the ranch was listed with Higby and Pelham in London. They're quite reliable brokers. He sent me a complete description of the ranch with photographs.
Well, it's your money, Mr. Everett.
But I must look at the ranch, you know. I mean, in justice to Mr. Peshaw.
Tell me, do you plan to take much cash with you?
I have given you a dreadful impression of stupidity. No, I carry a Bank of England drops.
You're not stupid.
Now, isn't that odd?
What?
Well, how happy I feel just to hear you say, I'm not stupid. It's quite true, you know.
I've been in love with you for the last half hour at least.
Longer than that.
Really? Excuse me, Miss Cora. Mr. Pashar wants to see Mr. Abbott right away. I'll tell him in a few minutes.
No. No, he mustn't get the idea
You're
that...
quite right. You wait right here. I've got much more to say to you.
And I've got a lot to think about.
You wanted to see me? The paper just came out with a bad weather report for tomorrow. Oh? I think we'd better hit the trail, son. We can cross most of the creeks before the rains flood them.
Well, when would you want to leave?
Right away.
I'll have to go upstairs and pack my gear.
Oh, I'm sorry to rush you this way, but when it rains this time of year, that trail gets mighty bad. Earp and his fool laws.
Oh, Miss Cora, there's bad weather coming up. Mr. Peshawar thinks we ought to go for the ranch right away.
No. No, please don't go with him.
Hey, what is this?
Well, Cora and I have an understanding.
What's the idea of telling him not to go with me?
You're a cheat. And a crook.
You've been listening to Wyatt Earp, huh?
Now, look, let's not have any of this.
I'll ask her. What else does Earp say?
Earp doesn't say anything. I say it.
Why, you stay out of this. I think not.
No, you shoot.
Fuck you.
I want Earp.
Where are you going?
I left my gun in my room.
You, going after him? Why don't you let me and the boys take the shower?
He offered me the fight.
But you're too sore at him, Wyatt. You might kill him.
That's right.
No, sir.
Oh?
A lot of folks heard Peshawar rawhide you. If you kill him, folks gonna say it was a grudge fight. You've been up against a lot of men as bad as Peshawar, and only wounded them or buffaloed them.
Well, this is different.
Why is it different?
Because Peshawar really hates me. The rest of them were just drunks or killers paid to do a job. Men in a corner like Ben Thompson. I just can't risk winging Peshawar.
But he'll be the first man you ever killed.
Well, there's always got to be a first.
Oh, no, you're not.
It's my job.
It's not your job. The fight's between him and Mr. Earp.
No, it's my fight.
You can't do anything with a gun. Mr. Earp's been in 100 fights. He can take care of Peshawar. You let him handle this.
No. A man must shoot his own tigers.
Well, you can't love me and do this.
I love you very much.
Barney, you seen Wyatt Earp?
No. Guess I reckon he's over to jail. Do you want to see him?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see him.
Keep away from me. Get out of range.
Mr. Ebbett, stay out of this. I don't want you, stupid. I want Earp.
No, I'm your man. I don't know the etiquette of these things, Mr. Peshawar. I advise you to go for your gun.
All right. I'll take both of you.
Why'd you butt in?
Well, it's my job. He's not dead, is he?
No. What'd you aim?
Shoulder shot?
You hit him in the chest. Why don't you aim for the heart?
Well, I had to spare his life. He saved mine, you know.
All right. Take him on over to Doc Fabric's office. Give me your gun.
Oh. Of course.
There, dear, there's no need to carry on so. I told you, if we had stayed in Chicago...
Oh, if we'd stayed in Chicago and I'd married Mr. Donaldson. Stop it! Stop it!
Now, dear, if you had just listened to me... Oh, that English boy, did he get hurt?
No, ma'am.
Oh, thank heaven. There you see, Cora, now everything's going to be all right.
Oh, I begged him not to go, but he went anyway.
Mr. Evatt's a fine man. I think he saved Mr. Peshar's life twice.
Saved his life twice.
Well, he didn't kill him, and he kept me from temptation.
Well, then, what did happen to Mr. Peshawar?
Well, he'll live. He got shot in the chest. Miss Cora, I told you there were an awful lot of Englishmen, but I think you ought to stop looking.
Did you put Rodney in jail? Have you no shame? A man who went out to meet a desperado. A man who might have saved your life. A man... Rodney. Oh, Rodney.
Oh, Mr. Earp, you had him up your sleeve all the time. You know, he's so much like that boy in Chicago. Why, you know, I don't think that Mr. Donaldson knows, but there was that other boy.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
We aim to corner up in the alley and blow that tin star he wears clean through him. Yeah. Kill us so-and-so.
You mean bushwhack him?
Oh, now, and you're gonna help us. Or do you want your saloon burnt to the ground and half the town with it?
No, I'll help you.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien. Wyatt Earp, the new marshal of Dodge City, was trying to civilize the toughest town on the western frontier. The hoodlums of Dodge knew that Earp had tamed Ellsworth and Wichita, but these were little cow towns compared to Dodge City, the cowhand capital. Marshal Earp had to start all over again, and in the face of opposition which had run several peace officers out of Dodge. This Gomorrah of the Plains offered Wyatt Earp a hard choice, fight or run. And if he was to fight it out, Wyatt needed the help of City Councilman Jim Kelly. Mr. Dog Kelly, they called him in the history books. Ex-soldier, gambler, saloon keeper. An odd mixture of good and evil.
This place won't open until I feel like it. Jim Kelly. Jim must be riled about something. Well, I wanted to get a drink.
It's like I was bewitched by this fella, Earp Deacon. He comes in here and fast talks me into helping him against the big T outfit. I got no business helping him against good customers like the Big T Ranch boys. Who's next? What's the next donation?
The Reverend Halkett.
Give him 50. Why should I have helped Wyatt Earp? Who's Wyatt Earp? Nothing but a smart aleck young John Law. He'll be here today and dead tomorrow. Who's next?
Mrs. Jenkins and children.
I'll give him the same as we gave him last month. Like I was saying, Deacon, Earp had no call on me, none at all. But I round up some special deputies and 50 sticks of dynamite, and then what does Earp do? He blows up their cattle pens and turns all the wild steers loose. So the Big T cowhands have to quit shooting at Charlie Bassett and Bill Tillman in the depot. They got to ride half a day collecting steers. 2 Big T hands get killed and Earp creases their foreman's skull. I need my head cracked open for having anything to do with Wyatt Earp.
You didn't know how rough Earp plays it, boss. How much for Father Shevlin?
Father Shevlin, is it? The way that man keeps after me. Not a dime. Not 1 penny. More than 200.
All right. That finishes the list. Ain't you due at the city council meeting?
No. Earp wants me to vote to close this town up tight. The gall of him. Does he think the big cattle driving outfits are going to stand for that without killing him? And maybe me? By Joe, I'm in my right mind now. And if you ever see Jim Kelly give Wyatt Earp so much as the back of his hand, this whole saloon is yours, Deacon. Now, you got my oath on it. All right, Sparky, open up. Open her up wide and let them start drinking. Maybe they'll punch Marshal Earp in the nose.
Now let's get organized this time. We make our play in real Big T style. We scatter and take the back streets to Gruber's livery barn. We leave the horses there, and then we get ready to move on that Kelly.
It wasn't Kelly's fault.
What?
Earp forced him to it.
Ah, quit your jabbering. It was both their faults. 2 of our men are dead, and Gus Andrews will be laid up for weeks. And we don't take that off on nobody.
No, that's right.
We're fixing Kelly first, and then the Big T will get Wyatt Earp. Now move.
Back there. Go on,
They're not Big T men, they're just drunks.
Al, the doc will be over to patch him. Keep him locked up.
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, I'm awful sorry to keep the town council waiting.
What happened to you?
Oh, nothing too serious. One of the Big T outfits stuck his thumb in my eye. But I don't think he'll do it again. He'll be all right in a couple of days, though. But what's more important is there are drunken cowhands in the street with guns. Mr. Mayor, that ought to convince you that we need these new ordinances that I'm asking for.
I'm convinced, Wyatt. I'm not, and neither's Mr. Billings. The town council is kind of hung up. 2 votes for your new ordinances and 2 against.
Well, gentlemen, I'll tell you, it's useless to even hire a marshal if these aren't approved. Now, what are the objections, Mr. Prentice?
Well, Billings and I think 2 of them are all right, but we sure don't like the others.
Which ones do you object to? Check your guns, don't ride horses on the sidewalks or in saloons or hotels, don't discharge firearms within the city limits, no drunkenness on the streets.
Well, we vote against number 2 and number 4.
Oh, in other words, you think it's all right to ride a horse into a saloon or hotel lobby or into a store, huh?
Well, it shouldn't be a misdemeanor, it's just harmless fun. Harmless fun? We've had at least 20 innocent bystanders kicked or bitten by horses. And being drunk on the streets. That's just harmless fun, too? I'm not a hypocrite. I've been tipsy on the street, and so have you, and so has Kelly.
Say, speaking of Kelly, where is Mr. Kelly? He's a 5th member of the council, isn't he?
Jim ran out on us.
What do you mean he ran out?
Well, he's sore because you got him involved in that fight last week. Says he won't vote either way. But if he did vote, he'd vote against you, Marshal. Afraid that's it.
Mr. Mayor, I'd appreciate it if you'd call another meeting for tonight. Have a little talk with Mr. Kelly.
That won't do any good. You know that. Now, Kelly is on our side. I know.
Ace is a loser. Not too bad. Three is a winner.
Mr. Kelly, I'd like A few words with you.
Oh, what happened to you?
Oh, I caught a little thumb in the eye.
Big T. I'm sorry to hear it, but that's the only word you'll get from me. We ain't friends.
Oh, wait a minute. This is business. Both mine and yours.
I helped you once, never again. Ain't I made it clear enough? I'm asking you to keep away from me.
You know, there must be two Jim Kellys.
Then this one's in his right mind.
I kind of like the first Jim Kelly. That's the one that helped me put a stop to that Big T outfit from tearing this town apart about a week ago.
Then you like mush-headed idiots. Now you're talking to the real Jim Kelly. I run a saloon and a gambling hall.
Well, that's legal business, Mr. Kelly.
And I sell liquor to the Big T outfit. I didn't mean to set him up for a killing.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Bassett and Tillman shot in line of duty. It was self-defense.
Stop trying to argue with me. You got a slick poison tongue, Earp. You and your two Kellys. Well, I'm sick of looking at you, and I ain't gonna talk to you. And by George, if you don't get out of here...
Mr. Kelly.
Well, my duty's to defend myself. Settle the chips and close up. Gotta change this place into a fort like the Alamo. Sparky, get out the guns. Reb, put up the bars. Start piling tables in front of the doors and windows. All right, there's gonna be trouble here. Anybody who's got a shooting beef against the Big T can stay and help themselves. The rest of you, clear out.
Oh, now, think about it, Mr. Kelly. You can't stand off that many men. Marshal, this don't make sense. He'll get us all shot and the place burned on top of us. Can't you do something?
I can try. Sure you got your facts straight?
Yes. You can leave for the back door.
You know, this is no place to make a fight, Mr. Kelly.
Whose fight is it?
It's more mine than it is yours. Now you'd make a pretty good-looking deputy.
I'm defending myself, not helping you.
You sure you couldn't use a little help?
Not from you. I'll leave for the back door, I said. Get moving.
I sure did like that old Jim Kelly. Yes, sir. You know, he used to be a real tough sergeant in the cavalry. You know?
Just keep walking.
I kind of depended on him, too. Like all old Army men, I kind of knew his duty. Figured he'd back me in the council and put an end to all this foolishness.
I'll take what's coming.
You want to fight it out with that gang of spoiled, rotten hoodlums all by yourself, huh?
The door is open.
All right. I'll ask you just one more question. I'll ask it of the Jim Kelly that you claim to be right now. What's the sense in turning your back on the law and trying alone to shoot out a hoodlum grudge?
Because I am a hoodlum. Because this is a hoodlum town. And that's the way Dodge is going to stay. The likes of you won't change it.
Well, I'm going to sure try to change it. Well, good luck to you against the Big T outfit, Mr. Councilman.
Two Jim Kellys. That young smart aleck. Hey! Who put buckshot in my gun? I want slugs! Buffalo slugs!
Howdy, Mr. Mayor.
Haven't you heard the news? The Big T outfit is coming into town to shoot up Kelly's place.
Maybe.
What the stage driver saw him. 10 or 15 guns. About a half an hour out of town. Well, aren't you going to do something?
No, sir.
What?
Oh, I don't think they're going to hurt Kelly much.
Why do you say that? The Big T outfit has every reason to crack down on Kelly.
Well, I think they kind of like Kelly. At least the hoodlum part of him. Anyway, they're not after him. They're after Bassett, Tillman, and me.
But Bill Tillman and Charlie Bassett aren't in town.
Yeah, I know. That leaves me.
I guess I don't know you very well yet. But if a crowd of range stuffs was coming after me, I'd be swearing in special deputies and getting ready to blast them from every building on Front Street.
Well, I can't do that.
Why not?
Well, because of public opinion, Mr. Mayor. It's my most important weapon. If I'm going to do any good here in Dodge, I can't go around shooting people from ambush.
But you think you can afford to let Kelly get hurt and have his saloon wrecked?
Well, I think there's some kind of a trick.
Trick?
Yes, sir. Studying cowhands kept me alive in Ellsworth and Wichita. I don't think that Big T outfit's going to jump me in an open fight. Well, they've already lost their 3 best men. They haven't had time yet to hire any real fast guns.
But they'll jump Kelly.
Maybe. But I don't aim to let anything too bad happen.
You're going to try and save his life? Why?
Because he's got the deciding vote in the council. I want his vote for those ordinances.
That's a mighty cold-blooded way to look at it.
Well, I'm in a mighty cold-blooded business. Say, did it ever occur to you that there are 2 Jim Kellys? Sir, one would sell me out, a flash of Irish temper, and the other would weep and plant shamrocks in my grave. Pretty soon we're going to find out which Kelly comes out on top. It's going to be a pretty close fight.
I, Jim Kelly, hereby bequeath.
Hey, Deacon, come here. How's this fella Earp spell his name?
Well, Wyatt would be W-I-A-T, and I guess Earp is U-R-P. Why, boss?
Never mind. Get back on guard.
To Father Chevron, $5,000. Hoping he will pray once a week for Wyatt Earp.
Hey, Mr. Kelly. 2 big T cowmen, but they're on foot.
Comb and daggers. I wonder why they ain't riding with the rest of them.
Maybe they got fired.
Oh, they didn't. They're keeping an eye on me. And where's my good friend Wyatt Earp?
He offered to help.
Shut up! They'll get me and let him run out. I'll have no prayers for Wyatt Earp. Something's wrong. When the big T comes after you, they don't stall around. They come galloping down the street. They come shooting.
Maybe they're scared of Earp.
Ah, 1 marshal and 3 deputies. Might be scared if Tillman and Bassett was here. They're out in the country chasing stage robbers.
Drop your guns. Keep the rest of them covered. Take him in the back room.
You... All right, what's the idea? You guys...
We're giving you your last chance.
You can't bust in on me, put guns on me, slap me around.
Keep your temper. We want Wyatt Earp.
Go over to the jail, then.
Oh, no. We're going to get him here, and you're going to help us.
You mean bushwhack Earp?
If that's what it has to be.
Oh, no. I hate his insides, but...
Listen. You want a couple of slugs in your stomach?
No.
You want this place on fire and half the town with it? All right. And the first thing you do is open for business just like nothing ever happened.
What is going to happen?
I'll tell you all about it, Kelly. Now get it open.
Wyatt. There are 8 T-brand horses at Gruber's livery stable.
Where'd the men go?
Gruber thinks they went to get something to drink.
It's a false alarm, I reckon. Well, that could be a few of them over there. You and Pete wait a couple of minutes and then go tell them to get out of town.
Shall we pass the word to Mr. Kelly?
Let him sweat.
Hey, Dick. Dick! Let Sparky sit in for you. Come here. Take it, Sparky. I ain't going through with it. Huh? I don't hate Earp that much. Oh, now, think about this. You can't double-cross the Big T. Well, it's murder they plan. You want murder on your soul? I ain't got a soul. All men got souls. Now, don't you never say that again. All right, all right. I should let him do it, Earp. If he stays in Dodge, he'll be hounding me. He'll be worse than Father Shevlin. Now you talk like the real Jim Kelly. Now, don't you start that. Some things even a hoodlum won't do. You go tell Earp the whole rotten scheme. That's final? Right. All right. But the Big T cowhands will know you tipped him. Not if Earp plays it smart. And I know Earp. He'll play it real smart. He'd better. He could get us both killed. Oh, warn him about that. Well, there ain't much time. Find a way to get over to Earp's where they won't see you. And Pete's gonna pretend to be dead in the alley here. The rest of the Big T boys will be hiding in the back of Lukey's store at the windows here. They figure you'll come busting into the alley to examine Pete. When you do that, they'll give it to you. I see. Now, I think, Mr. Kelly thinks, that you should sneak into the back of the store and take them from behind. But you and your deputies got to get them all, Mr. Earp. Otherwise, they'll be after me and Kelly.
Well, thank you, Deacon. We'll try and handle it.
There won't be no slip-up.
Oh, I hope not.
Well, thanks.
So long, Deacon. And thank Mr. Kelly for me.
Watch your left. This man just been shot dead in the alley.
Good evening, Mr. Kelly. Thanks for the information.
What are you doing here?
I was on my way to the alley.
No, they're laying for you. Now, Deacon said you promised to take them from behind.
Kill him, huh?
They aim to kill you.
Maybe.
No, maybe. They'll do it. Now, get out of here, by the front door.
If I do that, Mr. Kelly, why, they'll suspect you of tipping me off.
I thought you'd act sensible. You scared of a little killing?
Yep.
No. I get it. Maybe you want me and Deacon killed.
Look, I don't want anybody killed. Will you just get out of my way?
With one eye? You daft. You go out there and you'll be a corpse in 10 seconds.
Which Mr. Kelly are you tonight?
No, don't start that. Get out of here. By the front door. Maybe I can convince him you lost your nerve or somebody else talked.
Look, Mr. Kelly, I can't take those men from behind. Sure, I can trust myself, but I can't ask my deputies not to shoot to kill.
All right, then run.
There's been too much running by peace officers in Dodge City already.
You can't fight. The odds are too heavy.
Just stand back.
They've run. Let's get them. Keep us covered.
All right. I'll get out there and tell them to quit.
Don't shoot it. It's me, Pete. We give up.
Drop it. I wish you'd let me shoot him.
You go on back in there. Go on.
Come on out of there.
You tell your boss not to bring any more cattle into Dodge. The Big T outfit isn't welcome here. In afternoon tomorrow, I'm going to shoot any on sight. You understand? All right, now pick up these two and take them to Doc McCarty's office.
Go on, move. And you know what? I'm a ruined man. Ruined. You told the Big T they can't come into Dodge. Do you know what that means? They got a dry payoff of $30,000, and I used to get a third of it.
So you lose $10,000.
But that ain't the main thing. You cornered me. You shoved me over to your side. I'll be known as Trader Kelly, the man who turned against his customers to help the law.
That's right.
None of the big cattle outfits will come into my place. I might just as well close up and prepare to leave this world.
Well, now you're exaggerating a bit.
Well, the Big T knows I double-crossed them and pulled a gun on their boys. You think they'll let me get away with that?
Why, sure.
They will not. I'll be gunned on the streets.
Well, I don't think so.
You got the sheer gall to deny that. Why?
I'll tell you, because you'll be known as a great personal friend of mine.
Friend, is it? Never.
They gun you, I'll gun them. Why, Texas won't be big enough to hold them.
I suppose you'd even follow them into Mexico.
Why, sure, if need be.
This is a trick. You're working on my Irish heart. Friend, you don't even like me.
Well, sure I like you. That Jim Kelly I saw tonight was a brave man.
I'll turn on you. I'll stab you in the back.
That might be. The old Jim Kelly might come back again.
Don't bet against it. Well, I had my say fair and square. But don't ask me to shake hands, because I won't. We can't never be friends, and that's the honest truth.
Well, if you say so, Mr. Kelly.
And one more thing, and you get it straight. Don't you dog me and hound me. I won't have any sanctimonious John Law trailing after me for help.
Of course not. Before you go, Mr. Kelly, how are you going to vote on those new ordinances? You know, you're the only holdout.
And I always will be. Give me a piece of chalk.
Right there in the tray.
I vote yes. James Kelly.
I vote yes. James Kelly. Gives me a majority of one vote. Well, thank you, Mr. Kelly. And good night to you.
He cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
You really think we're going to get away with pretending to be Texas outlaws on the run?
We got no other choice, Mr. Masterson. Could never blast Butch Henry and his boys out of there with a posse, so if he can't lick them, you join them.
Sure, but what happens when they find out they have Wyatt Earp and Bat Masterson in camp? That Butch Henry has 19 notches on his gun.
Well, if we get caught, then either Mr. Henry's going to be carving 2 more notches or he'll be dead.
At least we got an even chance.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Wyatt Earp, as marshal in Wichita and now in Dodge City, had met some of the top guns of the western frontier. He had outfought the notorious Manon Clements. He had outfought John Wesley Hardin in a final showdown. he had persuaded Clay Allison to run from Dodge City rather than face a duel with 45s man-to-man. But the case of Butch Henry, cattle thief and killer, presented a new problem. Not much was known about him, and he chose to await a battle with the law on his own fighting ground in the rocky wilderness known as the Salt River Bend.
Mr. Barrow!
What happened, Bill?
That Bush Henry gang, they attacked us in the brush, and they killed Rance and Herb, and then they...
We'll take him to Doc McCarty in Dodge. I'm going to see Wyatt Earp about this. And we're small fry in the cattle business, Marshal. We couldn't take the law into our own hands if we wanted to. And we're asking you to organize a posse and go after that gang. I know you've had trouble with cattlemen from the big outfits, but none of our boys.
Well, that's got nothing to do with it, sir. It's just that, well, technically, Sheriff Bassett has the jurisdiction. I know he's homesick, but, well, his chief deputy, Bill Tillman...
He's not here, Marshal. He rode to the fort this morning to check a Cheyenne outbreak down south.
I guess it leaves it up to me.
Good.
Oh, you think that Butch Henry's holed up at the Salt River Bend, huh?
We know he's there, Marshal. And he's got 300 head of our steers. Salt River is a good hideout, and we're going to need quite a few men.
Well, I never like to use a posse, unless it's a last resort.
Marshal, Butch Henry has killed at least 20 men. He's on the run from East Texas. They've got good peace officers in East Texas, but they didn't take Butch Henry.
I'd like to take a crack at it.
Well, we're in your hands. I reckon this is one of the few times that any cattleman ever came to you for help.
Yes, it is, and I appreciate it. I want Butch Henry as much as you do.
And here's another thing, Zach. We've run off all the beef we can rebrand and sell, right? Well, a couple of the boys can hold him here. So why don't the rest of us pull a raid on Dodge? They tell me them gambling houses are just loaded with cash money, right?
No.
What do you mean, no?
George Morris tried it.
He's a big-headed fool. He tried to take over the whole town. I mean a quick raid.
Wyatt Earp's in Dodge.
Oh, now, Zach, don't tell me we're scared of that Cowtown Marshal. 19 notches, and I'll cut me number 20 for Mr. Earp. Zach, you ain't scared of Earp.
Never laid eyes on him.
Well, neither have I. But that's no reason to be taking him so serious. Who's he ever killed? Look, a man don't get an honest reputation without no notches in his gun, right?
I'll think it over.
Where you going?
Check on the cattle guard. You think about it some more, Butch.
But I figured on starting at sunup.
No.
Aren't you going to tell me what this is all about?
No sense in worrying you until it's necessary.
Well, Marshal Earp, I just got him finished. It's a good joke, you and Mr. Masterson being one of a train robbery in Texas.
What? $2,000 reward from Lord Pickett and Bill Jepson, alias the Amarillo Kid. These men held up a Texas and Pacific train and killed 2 county sheriffs near Fort Worth, Texas. Signed, N.B. Averill, Captain Texas Rangers. What is this?
Morg Pickett and the Amarillo Kid. That's you and me. Thanks, Mr. McCabe. It's a real good, fast job.
Thank you.
Remember, keep this to yourself, otherwise you spoil the joke.
Oh, I won't say a word, Marshal.
Come on, Mr. Masterson. So in order to keep from having to take a posse into the Salt River Bend, I decided to try for an inside job. A character like Butch Henry, being this far north, probably could use a few extra hands. A couple of characters like Mort Pickett and the Amarillo Kid stand a good chance of being hired on. You be sure and remember those names.
Only one thing wrong with the idea.
What's that?
I know Texas and I can talk the language. But they'd spot you for a Yankee in 2 minutes.
Oh, Sonny, ain't you never heard me talk Texan? Well, I heard so much Texas talk up here in the north that I'll be dang gone if I don't seem to be using that accent in my sleep. Besides, they call me Silent Morgue Pickett. So, kid, you'll be doing all the talking.
All right. Well, what if they start asking you about places in El Paso, Fort Worth, and San Antonio?
Well, it's a long ride to Butch Henry's. You can tell me about them on the way.
Well, supposing they do let us join them. Then what?
It's not too big of an outfit. About 9 or 10 guns at the most. Anyway, they'll be busy holding those steers in the bend. I think we stand a pretty good chance of taking Butch Henry and a couple of his men if the others don't butt in. Suit yourself.
Well, smoking them out with a posse would be a lot worse. When do we start?
As soon as we can get the right clothes together, we got to go in there looking like outlaws, you know.
For God's sake, don't take that mudline special. They've never seen you, but I'll bet you they've heard of that gun.
Hey, thank you for reminding me. I'll feel kind of naked without it, though. Oh, boy. You want some water?
Yeah.
Hey, you were telling me about Big Kate's place down in Waco. What did she look like, and what do you remember about her?
She's not so awful big. Just kind of thick-like. She has blue eyes and dark hair. But don't get me wrong, she's got a real good figure. She runs a saloon and dance hall. Her girls' names are Midge, Susie, Anna Mae, and Dolores.
Well, I'll tell you, Sonny, that's a mighty heap of remembering. What about the cattle Annies down in Fort Worth?
Oh, that's a long story, Mose.
Price of the herd is $4,500. That figures $12.50 a head.
Oh, that's too steep. Why, a lot of the brands have been messed up in the changing.
$4,500 cash or it's no deal.
Sorry, gentlemen, I can't go above $3,000. Why, you ain't allowing for the risk I run.
Hold it. Zach, see how much he's got on him.
What are you doing?
Shut
you
up.
can't do this
Where
to
do
me.
you keep it? Now we got visitors.
You let me alone. I said shut up. I got friends that'll take care of you.
500 measly bucks. You get out of camp quick.
Oh, this is just plain robbery.
Oh, no. Not with strangers around. Didn't you hear those warning shots? You get on your horse and don't look back.
That's just plain robbery.
Shut up.
Get up there. Who are you and what do you want?
You Mr. Butch Henry?
I ask the questions, you answer them.
They seem kind of hostile, Morgue. Reckon we better try our luck with another outfit.
Don't rush off. You boys on the run?
Could be, mister.
You forget you saw us, and we'll forget we saw you. Come on, kid, let's push on.
Nope.
Can't see no reason for quarreling. You all sound like you might be from Texas.
Yeah, we are.
Texas Rangers?
That's a dirty word, mister.
Ease it off, Morgue. Morgue don't care for Rangers.
Neither does Zach. Your pal had it right. I'm Butch Henry. He's Zach Newcomb. Now light down. I never turned Texas boys away from my camp.
Well, if he's really Butch Henry, I guess it's all right.
You know, you sound pretty big-headed for a trail ghost.
I don't think I like Mr. Newcomb or whatever his name is.
Ease it off, Morgue. You'll have to make allowances, Mr. Henry. Morgue and I, we've been traveling far and fast. That ain't Morgue's true nature. That's just his belly growling.
They're hungry. Go tell Simon to rustle them up some grub. Pronto.
We sure do thank you kindly. Reckon we could eat a whole steer. He's Morgue Pickett, and I'm Bill Jepson. They call me the Amarillo Kid.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Reckon we better show Mr. Henry our calling card, huh?
Sure.
Calling card, huh? Well, that's as good as any with me, better than most. You fellas seem to know your way around, giving the Rangers the go-by. Zach, take a look at that. Guess there ain't no harm in having a friendly little chat while Simon fixes up your grub. Come on.
Boss.
Yeah?
They ain't wanted in Kansas.
Well, what's the diff? They're on the run.
Which one of you is the boss, anyhow? You or him?
I'm Butch Henry. Ain't you never heard of me?
Sure he has. You're the top gun in East Texas. 17 notches.
19. I got me 2 more the other day.
19 notches.
I invited these boys to eat here. You making any objection?
Nope.
That satisfy you?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Take care of the horses. Come on over to the fire. Give me a plain walnut grip on a colt. Then you can notch it without chipping it.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Henry. Shall we ask him?
It'll make no difference to me, either way.
Ask him what?
We're nobodies compared to you, Mr. Henry. But I was wondering if you could use a couple extra hands.
Well, I don't know. Either of you any good with a gun?
Well, we got us 2 sheriffs.
From ambush?
Morg ain't had too much practice. But I'm a fair hand at shooting.
Yeah, let's see you hit that.
Sure.
Not bad. How about your draw and shoot?
Well, I can do a drop the dollar.
You're bragging a little, ain't you, kid?
Give me $1.
Hey, that's pretty good. You got the shot off before it ever hit the ground. What do you say, Zach?
We can try him. But we don't want his pal.
Nothing doing. Morg and me left Texas together. We stay together.
Listen to Newcomb. What does he do, bury the bodies for you?
That's enough.
Quit it!
We're friends, Morg.
Look, the kid can handle a gun and we can use him. I'll use Morg as one of the cattle guards. I'll blow on your soup. It's too hot. You fellas are hired. Go catch a nap someplace. You look beat.
Thanks, Mr. Henry. Ease off, will you? Looks like Butch has called a powwow. What was the idea of getting so tough with Newcomb?
He's the real boss.
How do you figure that?
Butch does too much talking to be a fighting man.
Yeah, only 19 notches.
But I think Zach does his killing for him.
Ah, you don't know what you're talking.
Shut up and listen to him.
Boys, all we could get from that cow trader was $500.
Oh, no, that's not enough.
Now, Zach will cut it up, share and share alike. We just couldn't unload them steers. Quiet, quiet. I've got an idea how we can pick up some quick money. There's plenty of this stuff in Dodge, all spread out in them gambling joints just ready to be took. Now, what do you say?
Zach told us it wasn't a good idea.
Is that right, Zach? Is that what you said?
No.
Why, you dirty double-crossing liar, you said... You...
I run this outfit, and I don't take no back talk. And no lies about Newcomb. Any of you other boys scared to go to Dodge? All right. Bury him.
Zach got off the first shot.
Yeah, he usually does.
Why does he let Butch take all the credit?
They're watching us going to sleep.
Well, I think we ought to hit him tonight while the gambling's going full blast.
Not with those new men in camp.
Well, we can use the kid.
Maybe. Not the big one, though.
All right. I'll leave the big one on cattle guard.
No. I want to talk to him first.
Now, look. There's already been one killing in camp. That kid's going to stand by his pal.
You call the kid over here. I want to talk to Pickett when he's all by himself.
Now, Zach.
You do like I say, real quick.
All right. All right. Hey, kid! Kid, come on over here.
You want Morg, too?
No, he can work on the fire.
Go on, I'll cover you.
What part of Texas was you born in?
Part of Texas?
Yeah. Where was you born?
El Paso, why?
That's funny. I was born in El Paso.
Maybe we're neighbors.
Name me some of the streets.
If you live there, you know their names.
I'm asking you.
No, you're trying to call me a liar.
It's their fight, kid.
I don't like you, Mr. Newcomb. I told you that. Now you get the gall to ask for questions. I don't like that.
No.
Sit down, Mr. Newcomb, before I'm tempted to break both your legs. Hold it! Any of you want to pick up his fight?
Mr. Henry's coming, Morg.
I got no quarrel with Mr. Henry.
I ought to finish you off, you polecat.
You don't like Newcomb?
I despise him. None of the men ever liked him either. Patch him up. Put him on his horse. I don't want him around my camp. I never saw two handier men with guns. Why, you're almost as good as I am.
Well, that's a big compliment, Mr. Henry.
Sure is. Downright flattering.
No, I mean it. I got a special proposition to make you. You heard us talking about a raid on Dodge? Well, if you're game, I'll cut you in on equal shares.
Well, fine. Hey, you hear that, Morg? We're in.
Well, I don't know, kid.
What's wrong?
We're raiding a big town like that. Why don't we just round up them steers and point them south toward the Indian nations?
You scared of Wyatt Earp?
Earp? Who's that?
He's the John Law in Dodge with a big reputation. But he ain't as fast as I am.
Well, I'm not fretting about no Earp. We better think about it. If I was you, I wouldn't put Mr. Newcomb on a horse. Oh, the way he's feeling, he's liable to head straight for Dodge and rouse up that whole town.
That's right. I'd better see that he's tied up. You keep working on Morg, kid.
You'll come around, Mr. Henry. You aiming to bulldoze that whole outfit into town?
I slipped up on a serious point. Should have told those cattlemen back in Dodge what you and I were going to try and do.
You couldn't do that. They'd have talked.
Yeah, but I should have trusted them. No, I made a big mistake. Let those cattlemen come hightailing it out here with a posse.
Well, let's grab Butch and Zach. Make a run for it like you first planned, huh?
Butch has got more men than Mr. Byroad figured. Got 9 here in camp. I figure at least another 10 out in cattle guard.
Well, then we'll have to get them all started on the raid. If there's a posse headed this way, some hoodlum is sure to beat him here with the news.
Yeah, that's right. You, go tell Butch you won me over.
Right.
How much further to the bend?
Maybe 5 miles. But we're all pretty tired, Hick.
Wyatt was a fool to try an inside job, but if they haven't killed him and Masterson, we owe them a chance. I hope it isn't too late.
There's just one more thing. Some of you men been out on cattle guard, so you ain't met Morg Pickett and the Amarella Kid. Morg is the man that crippled Newcomb in a stand-up gunfight. I was going to shoot the rat myself, only Morg took the job off my hands. Now, I want you all to do me a favor. When we pick up them other men and we hit Dodge, you leave Wyatt Earp to me, to Morg, and the kid. All right, so we ride. Hold it.
I think I'm in Butch, not more than a mile behind me.
How many of them are?
Couldn't tell.
Wyatt Earp with them?
No, him and Bat Marston snuck out of town 2 days ago.
What?
Hey!
There they go, that dirty
Don't kill him, just swing him. Yeah.
Come on, men! Where's going to get away with this?
Hold it, Butch. I'm turning us.
I want her! It's too late! Take cover! Move around! I want them dirty John Law!
We can't stay here.
No place else to go.
Quit on, Earp! Come on out!
Are you crazy?
Come on out, Earp! And I'll make it 20 notches!
Drop him away.
Hold your fire, men! I want Earp to come out. I'm awaiting, Earp!
Aren't you going to kill him?
No. That's what I wanted to do to you in the Pollock ambush, but you wouldn't trust me.
You don't vote, let's get him, man!
You hit? No. We're not coming out this way.
Hold your fire!
Come on, drop your guns. Come on, all of you, out of there. Drop your guns. You there. Come on out. Line them up and tie them, boys. A close call, Marshal.
You're right, sir. We'd like to thank you. That's Butch Henry, but he's not really the tough one. Tough one is Zach Newton.
He's tied up over there. So Butch Henry isn't really tough. A cattle thief with 19 notches on his gun.
Well, he's just a big blowhard, sir. I'll tell you all about it back in town.
I told you, just got a headache.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
আপনি কিন্তু দেখতে যথেষ্ট সুন্দরী একজন মানুষ, দেখতে বেশ রোমান্টিক, যেন শেক্সপিয়ারের নাটকের কোনো নায়িকার মতো। ভেবেছিলাম, কিন্তু আপনি তো পুরোটাই মর্মান্তিক। যে কোনো মানুষ আপনাকে দেখে মর্মাহত হতে পারে।
আমার হালকা হতে 1 মাস সময় লেগেছে।
আপনার 1 মাস সময় লাগে? আমার হালকা হতে তো 1 মিনিট লাগে।
আমার কাছে মনে হয় জীবনসঙ্গী এমন হওয়া উচিত যার সাথে আপনি প্রতিটা মুহূর্ত উপভোগ করতে পারবেন, সারাক্ষণ খুনসুটিতে মেতে থাকতে পারবেন এবং তার মনে এমনভাবে বসবাস করবেন যে আপনার দিকে সে একটাবার তাকালেই বলে দিতে পারবে যে তার বেঁচে থাকার কারণই আপনি।
পথে চলতে চলতে কথা বলতে বলতে কখন যেন হলে আমার
জানি গল্পে গল্পে মিশে অল্পে অল্পে আমিও হয়ে গেছি তোমার।
ছোট ছোট ভুল ফুটে হলো ফুল যে তোমাকে পেলাম।
গুটি গুটি পায়ে স্বপ্নের নয় আমি ভেসে গেলাম।
আপনি কি মনে করেছেন একজন মানুষ আমার জীবন থেকে চলে গিয়েছে এবং আপনি সেই সুযোগটা কাজে লাগিয়ে আপনার ফিলিংসগুলো আমার কাছে এক্সপ্রেস করবেন আর আমি সেটা হ্যাপিলি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে নিব? এই হচ্ছে আপনার বন্ধুত্বের নমুনা?
রোদের পাখি তোর শহরে আমার মনের স্বপ্ন ঘিরে ওরে পাখি ওরে সারাক্ষণ তোর শহরে বৃষ্টি হলে ভিজে আমার মন।
Thầy lại mày thắng, nghe cái chừng mày thắng mày 10% nữa. Mày ngã mày ô không được, đùa tao xuống không xuống 7 bạn ơi, hiểu được rồi. Chọn dấu vậy. Không được rồi, lại lệch kìa này. 10 đây. Đó. Được tiếp à? 3 củ 5 9 là xem được bao nhiêu nhá. 4 3%, 4 3 6 6 cũng được. Át này. Sẽ át giờ này rồi. Ê, chơi xong rồi, đánh trùng bài rồi, thằng này ấn tử thần ạ. Không sao thầy ơi, mình dồn trước là được. Át sử thanh hóa nào. Bắt đầu nói bà. Xong rồi, xoay bài tự động. Đánh khám. Chuẩn chỉ đấy, chuẩn chỉ mà xoay bài tự động. Go. Binh Chi Linh gọi thầy ơi. Thầy nhót không? Nhót, đét. Cho tao. Ngang vậy. Vẫn đang mày, anh vẫn đang nhảy. Thắng mà. Let me show you darkness. Sai rồi. Sai đều. Thầy lái vô á, sao? Captain Vietnamese. Captain Việt Nam. Máy Capture chuẩn không vậy bạn ơi? Chuẩn 2 lần này. Đó, không 3 lần. Lại nữa ta thể mình tính 3 lần này. 3 lần 1 lần là 4 này. 5 lần này. 5 lần 6 lần 6 lần 6 lần tiếp được 6 lần 5 lần rồi 5 chuẩn đi. Ngon. Còn một cái cung xanh nữa. Đây đi. Bài còn gì nhỉ? Có bài là yêu đét. Long Vương à? Yêu đét sao còn nhiều máu đấy. Xuân vợ thầy chưa chạm đất 49 rồi. Xong lần này là quay một vòng rồi. Mình tại không.
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে। তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও। তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলেও তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই করে শোধ করবা।
একটা ব্যাপার কি খেয়াল করছো? শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ, রাতের এক রূপ, দিনের আর এক রূপ।
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর গাঢ় সবুজ
সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে, কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না।
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে, একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয়। কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খোঁজে।
বসুন।
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত, তাই না? আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে। তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ? কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো? কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে না।
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে, কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে।
হাই, ইউ লুক গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Anh bên đây đổ tao nói cái từ đấy. Anh hỏi trôi à? Tắm 3 máu bao giờ anh mới chết? Đừng quá. Kinh ấy, kinh ấy. Anh phát kiếm vào đây của ông. Kiếm vào. Anh có tiền sao mát sau mà. Xong sau. Trung tâm giờ thì nó theo một vụ 2, 3, 4, 3 tiếng. Phải học mà. Rưỡi học 7 rưỡi. Đây là em thầy còn bù trợ thêm ấy, không mình học 6 giờ 7 rưỡi thôi. Em thầy để dạy bù trợ thêm. Đêm về em quay cho anh trai hát không phải 7 chi tình. Quay phát xong game này xong hết rồi, như game này xong chết lượt quay game. Thì đừng quay nữa. Không hay là gì làm hình giả không kệ thằng quốc tế thằng này cũng Galio béo bia ở thần thoại ăn thì cũng vậy. Nhà đéo rồi quan gì nhỉ, bạt báo xứ xương cá. Ba cũng thịt phải một con mà 2 con để lẻ được chịu. Cái này còn cái thằng cái game này là game mà mình quay này còn giấu quất cơ, một chút 250 game thôi. Sau khi farm game ra 1 tỷ game, anh bây giờ farm 1 tỷ game rồi. Giấu tục có hay là 250 game chỉ vậy. Thua này. Còn quan trọng cường ấy. Ai đánh hắc ám thần dương mà đọc quần đéo nhưng mà là người làm việc phải cách làm việc. Trừ đấy học phải học ít, không tự tắt không học ít đấy, không tự lưu đâu, học lo lưu vào nhưng mà học ít. Ngày xưa cứu được nó, anh xem cách cứu ấy không, là người ta ngày xưa không có cách cứu được, nhưng mà giờ tao không có cách cứu rồi. Anh chỉ tắt nhầm block của anh chỉ tắt nhầm block của gọi là crash thì nó làm thế nào? Cảnh đấy. Crash máy luôn nhé. Đồ cháu đâu rồi? Cháu đây. Tràng vàng ạ. What the hell? Hắc ám đúng rồi. Gần đây rồi. Bằng tay. Nó lắp cái đó. Ra mất đấy à. Nhớ gì nhỉ? Trời. Yes. Trời nhầm. EIT. Rồi lui. Một năm đi gắt 2 accident BO2 BO22 đúng đẹp. Cái gì tự lực kéo vào chết. Thôi anh đi bớt đây. Tên map của em đi bớt được luôn mà. Bớt là lắm. Chiều chỉ là một số lẻ chiều ở đấy chỉ là có số lẻ thôi, và toàn phạm tỷ thôi. Đó. Thuốc này. Chết rồi. Làm gì? Mấy con pet đây, sáng. Mấy con pet đây. Có mấy con pet mà. Cứ make vào cho gọn này, cứ make vào cho gọn nói, anh liều lời xóa lắm. Vẫn ấy, thằng nào 10 không? 7 hắc ám mà. Một anh đéo của ấn hắc ám, để ghép. Một ấn, 2 ấn à? Thiếu một ấn nữa. Anh còn nhớ bắn rồi, anh còn bắn tiếp từ game. Nốt bắn cho một lần thôi. Qua cho một lần tiếng đây, đấy là nốt bắn bao ra này. Dính bắn này cấm à? Không à, hôm qua tao hỏi đấy thôi, tao bảo là nó gửi link Facebook cho hai ông anh, nó bảo là có cái gì mà kiểu thắc mắc hay cần xử lý thì nhắn tin trực tiếp cho hai anh này nhé. Không vào, không có lần tao nhắn hai ông ấy trả bố tiền. Nó block vào đâu. Rồi đấy. À, cũng không quyền năng, cũng không quyền năng. Chuẩn. Chưa, 2 tiếng đồng. Qua chuẩn mấy giờ đâu nhỉ? Đây đi. Anh mới chơi được 8 tiếng rồi. 6 tiếng. À chơi 8 tiếng, 6 tiếng 4. Mấy tiếng gì? Không, cái là chả cũng treo à. Cái lúc không cưới, lúc không quay anh cũng treo à. Cái lúc mà anh còn chết là mấy tiếng đầu em đã sang là mấy tiếng sau rồi quên à. Làm gì mà 2 triệu 3 rồi. Và tôi hàng kéo Lào nhỉ. Thế là sao mà chưa. đi ra một tù rồi mày làm béo với tao rồi. Con Huê đấy chắc kéo ra được mất với tao, con Huê đấy chắc không ra được thật đấy. Quỷ nó chịu thật. Quỷ Lam game này là Linh ở cầm cái ấn nó là gì? Đó là ấn H8 lên cung á, hay là lên cung lại cầm lên cung xoay cam à? Xoay cam nó khóc đấy. Xoay cam lắng nghe tiếng của Linh Linh phải. Xong rồi nó check viết bảo là hai thằng có cái gì đấy. Cái bao nhiêu follow? Ngoài đó check gửi mày xem bao nhiêu follow. Mày lúc mày nhìn thấy bao nhiêu follow? Nó là 200 củ một tháng. Nó bảo là 200 củ một tháng thôi. Mà cái kênh mà kênh đang mặt này. Nó bảo cái kênh đang mặt mày là đăng kênh đầu tiên mà nó gọi tao trước, xong rồi nó bảo là mặt mày ấy, kênh đang ở phim mà. Yep, đưa kênh lét à? Làm nhanh rồi vậy. Rồi thì xin đấm đầu đấy. Chết mày ô ui chịu một chết không chết, nhưng mà con quái tí giết con chít, quái giết con chít xong là nó chết luôn. Quái chít thì đau đấy, chôn tao. Vài thằng này cũng khỏe à, mà 29 chưa chết à? Sao rồi, gặp cái nào mạnh nhất rồi? Xong đây đi. Đâu có gì nhất rồi. Có bài full rồi nhà xét cơ, đâu có xét. Thằng xét tí ăn thằng này à? Cái quả thì mình sẽ xếp bài lệch sang một chút thì sẽ được. Sẽ xét lui sang góc rồi. Chuẩn không vậy. 700 củ anh sẽ revert phát nữa. Còn thiếu 600 củ để revert lên 660 à? Anh có revert lên 10 đấy. 400 vòng rồi này. Ông vượt qua kỷ lục 430 quay không? 435 nhỉ? 119 20, 23, 24, 25, 26 27, 28, 29, 30 kỷ lục mới. Đi record. Rồi 233 kỷ lục mới, qua kỷ lục mới tất 3 lap. Ê, thua lại. Phải không? Ê, không thua. Không thua. Mày rồi ăn tao. Rồi có top 4 rồi. Có top 4 rồi. Mình sẽ không phải là cái thằng hậu cái D nữa. Mình cần cái gì rồi? Xẻng cái này ra định mệnh. Được. Ây à, ổn thế nhờ. Một cái gì đây, một cái nỏ xét à, một cái nỏ xét rồi. Hay là một đơn luôn, thằng đéo như thế. Mình đã trả thưởng 1 đô. Xét cây đam phép mà. Cái thằng này à, thằng này sẽ phải lùi xuống đấy đi. Đây, xong. Bế, cho thầy. Cái lô bên kia. Xếp bài láo hả? Phải bay nhanh như ngựa ấy. Phải xếp bài láo thì nó mới phù hợp. Ok, sự là phù hợp ấy. Không được, không phù hợp rồi. Át sắp đi rồi. Sao Át đứng đây chết nhở? Ê, thật khỏe đấy. Đừng quăng Át nữa, làm ơn. Thua rồi. Thôi. Trừ mấy? Trừ 9 à? Trừ 9, binh top 3. Này. Thằng kia bài ấy mạnh phết. Mà nếu gì táng tim. Khỏe. Không biết là khỏe. Chia anh mày đi. Cả tờ nhà anh nữa 134 ạ. Chuẩn mức lên cho nhiều phết. 135, 36, 160, 36 chuẩn. Léo ấy. Mày tích lẻ. Sắp 1 tiếng rồi. Hàng kia khởi động một mới à? Chân không? Đúng trường chân ái. Vẽ sự kiện 100 lap vào. Tôi vượt qua kỷ lục không ta? Sẽ cần phải qua kỷ lục ấy 600 triệu coin thì đi vớt tiếp. Đéo bật auto đi vớt được, đéo thì cũng tiền. Bay chọn ông thầy ơi. Uống nước này 200 lap. Chọn chưa? Ok, không nhận gì được. Thì ai?
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমারও মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম, ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয়, এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে, ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রোগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি তো উল্টো হলো কেন? আপনি কি একটু উল্টা?
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার ভুলিয়া।
আমার মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে, ম্যাডাম আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।